Okay. We're now on the record for Thursday afternoon's docket, December 2nd, 2021. I'm going to start with the two pleas that we do have ready. And Adriana Aburto, Ms. Aburto, can you please unmute yourself? And ma'am, are you English speaking or Spanish speaking?
English, it's fine.
Okay. And then we also have Mr. Isaí Martinez Munoz. And Mr. Munoz has requested a translator. So Ms. Aburto, please raise your right hand. And Mr. Munoz, please raise your right hand. Ms. Castañeda. You're on mute, ma'am.
Mr. Muñoz, por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Aburto, yes or no?
Yes.
You may lower your
Muñoz.
hand. Go ahead.
Mr. Muñoz, jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad, ¿sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, you may lower his hand.
Puede bajar su mano.
In CR 210845-I, the state of Texas versus Adriana Aburto, ma'am, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
And in CR 1905820-I, Isaí Martinez Munoz, is that your true and correct name?
En el estado de Texas contra Isaí Martínez Muñoz, ¿ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it is.
Ms. Aburto, you're being charged with possession of gambling device, equipment, or paraphernalia, which is a Class A misdemeanor. And Mr. Munoz, you're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor.
Mr. Muñoz, ¿está usted, el estado de Texas en un cargo de manejar en estado de intoxicación, que es un delito menor clase B?
Ms. Aburto, your Class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that can be assessed against you, ma'am, for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Munoz, you're being charged with driving while intoxicated, which is a Class B misdemeanor. The Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Sir, do you understand the range of punishment that can be assessed against you if you are convicted of this offense?
Isaías Martínez Muñoz, está usted frente a la corte con un cargo de manejar en estado de ebriedad, que es un delito menor clase B. Un delito menor clase B tiene una multa potencial de hasta 6 meses en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $2,000 por convicción. ¿Entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por el delito que está acusado?
Sí.
Yes.
Both of you have a right to an attorney and a right to a trial by jury. You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with the court. Did you have an opportunity to review that document with your attorney before signing it, Ms. Aburto?
Yes.
Ms. Castañeda?
Usted tiene el derecho de un abogado y el derecho para un juicio por jurado, pero pueden renunciar a uno o a los dos de sus derechos firmando un documento con esta corte. ¿Tuvo usted una oportunidad de revisar esos documentos con su abogado antes de firmar?
Sí.
Yes.
Now, do each of you understand that when you signed that document, you were waiving your right to a trial by jury? Ms. Aburto, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Castañeda?
Mr. Muñoz, ¿entiende usted que cuando firmó ese documento que estaba renunciando a su derecho de un juicio por jurado? ¿Sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Then the court will accept your waivers of trial by jury. Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane, Ms. Aburto?
No, ma'am.
And Ms. Castañeda?
Mr. Muñoz, ¿alguna corte lo ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente?
No.
No.
Counselors, in speaking with your client, do you find them to be mentally competent and able to assist you in their own defense? Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Aburto is competent.
And Mr. De Luna?
Mr. Munoz is competent, Your Honor.
Then the court will make a finding that the defendants before the court are mentally competent and able to assist their attorneys in their own defense. Do each of you understand that if the punishment that I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you'll need the court's permission if you decide to file an appeal? Do you understand that, Ms. Aburto? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr.
Mr.
Castañeda?
Mr. Muñoz, ¿entiende usted que si el castigo que voy a evaluar Si el castigo no excede la recomendación del Estado, usted va a necesitar el permiso de esta corte si decide presentar una apelación. ¿Entiende eso, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
And do you further understand that the court does not have to accept the state's recommendation, Ms. Aburto
Yes, ma'am.
and Mr. Munoz?
Mr. Muñoz, y también entiende que la corte no tiene que aceptar la recomendación del Estado.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Aburto, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Munoz?
Mr. Muñoz, ¿es usted ciudadano americano?
No.
No.
Okay, if you are not a U.S. citizen, then entering a plea or no contest will result in deportation, exclusion from our country or admission from our country, and denial of naturalization under U.S. federal law. Do you understand the consequences of your plea today?
Si usted no es ciudadano americano, entonces esta petición va a resultar en su deportación, expulsión de este país y negación de la naturalización. ¿Entiende usted las consecuencias de su petición?
Sí.
Yes.
And knowing and understanding the consequences of your plea and immigration status, do you still wish to enter your plea today?
Y sabiendo usted las consecuencias de su petición, ¿quiere proceder hoy con su petición?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, NCR 210845-I, the state of Texas versus Adriana Aburto to the offense of possession of gambling device, equipment, or paraphernalia, a class A misdemeanor, ma'am. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And Mr. Munoz in CR 1905820-I, the state of Texas versus Esai Martinez Munoz to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a class B misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Isaí Martínez Muñoz contra el estado de Texas por un cargo de manejar en estado de ebriedad. ¿Cómo se declara? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily, Ms. Aburto?
Yes.
Mr. Muñoz, ¿está usted declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
Sí.
Yes.
Then the court will accept your pleas as being freely and voluntarily given. I will call for state's evidence at this time.
Yes, Judge. State offers plea documents and offense reports as States Exhibit 1, notification and certification, defendant's right of appeal, States Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as States Exhibit 3, waiver of risks and needs assessment as States Exhibit 4, and the PTD DWI packet as States Exhibit 5 for Mr. Munoz's case. The state respectfully requests that defense counsel stipulate to venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. Further, state requests defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's plea.
Okay, any objections, Mr. Gutierrez? You're on mute.
No objections, Your Honor, and so stipulated.
Mr. De Luna?
Same announcement from Mr. Munoz.
There being no objections from defense counsel as to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. In CR 210845-I, the state of Texas versus Adriana Aburto, it is a judgment of the court, ma'am, that you are guilty as charged. And what is the state's recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, state respectfully recommends a $300 fine plus court costs plus 1 year Delaware County Jail, probated over 16 months, a life skills course, 30 CSRs, and forfeiture of all gambling devices, equipment, paraphernalia, as well as any proceeds thereof.
Okay, Mr. Gutierrez, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
Then the court will give Ms. Aburto 90 days to pay the fine, 90 days to pay the court costs, and the rest of the recommendation I will follow. Ms. Aburto, what is your phone number?
956-890-0336.
Okay, ma'am. Good. And let me just get for clarification, you will be dismissing the other two as part of this plea agreement?
Yes, Judge, we're going to be dismissing the felony. That's going to be felony CR-2432-21-E, as well as these two other misdemeanor cases, the gambling promotion and the keeping a gambling place, CR 2010-844-I and CR 2010-846-I.
Okay, then those will be dismissed, Ms. Aburto, because of your plea in CR 210845-I, okay?
Okay,
All right, best of luck to you, ma'am.
thank you.
You're excused, and Mr. Gutierrez, you're also excused.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Now, Mr. Munoz, NCR 1905820-I, the state of Texas versus SIE Martinez Munoz. Sir, it is a judgment of the court that you are guilty as charged. However, because you are asking to be placed on the pretrial diversion program, that finding of guilt will be deferred to see if you do complete your program. And is that correct, Mr. Munoz, that you're asking to be placed on that program? Ms. Castañeda?
Mr. Isaías Muñoz, es la sentencia de la corte que es usted culpable de los cargos, pero está usted pidiendo ser colocado en el programa del desvío al juicio, ¿es correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, then let him know that the finding of guilt will be deferred until that such time to see if he completes the program.
Y su caso será desestimado si usted completa ese programa.
Right? And Mr. De Luna, that's your understanding as well, is that correct?
It is, Your Honor, and I've gone over the standard stipulations when it comes to the program itself, and also covered Padilla when it comes to immigration status, Judge, and he understands everything.
Okay, and is there any condition that he needs consideration on?
Judge, at this point, I know that he does own a business, a business where warehouse and stuff like that. There might be a time if maybe we could waive the conditions that he not leave Hidalgo County if it is part of the. It's usually condition 7 on the program, Judge, because he does need to leave the county at some points.
Okay, so
it's usually condition 7. I believe it's the same. I don't know if it's the same thing on the pretrial diversion program, Judge, but on
I
all
think
the other paperwork.
it's G on the
Oh, okay.
pretrial diversion, yeah. So the court will waive condition G on the pretrial diversion program for Mr. Munoz for travel for work outside of the county.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Munoz is to return on December 1st, 2022 at 9:30 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Castañeda, please let him know.
Mr. Muñoz, su próxima corte va a ser el día 1 de diciembre del 2022 a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Sí, pues.
Yes,
Okay, so Ms. Soto, are you showing that Mr. Munoz is already on a device?
I have no record, Judge, no.
Okay, Mr. Munoz, Ms. Castañeda, ask Mr. Munoz if he's on a device.
Mr. Muñoz, ¿tiene usted un dispositivo de alcohol?
No.
No.
Okay. Now, as part of the PTD program, he does have to have a device, correct?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Sosa, are you asking for that?
Yes, Judge.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I thought you were speaking at probation.
no, it's to you because you need to make the clarification on the record that as part of the PTD, program, he is to have a device. Now, what type of device? Please put that on the record. Is it an interlock device or a mobile device that the DA's office is asking for?
We'll defer to the court, Judge. We don't have a specific device we need. We just need a device.
It's the mobile device that's part of the PTD program.
That's what I thought, Judge. I was going to respectfully request it be the way it's always been is through the mobile monitor device.
Yes, sir, and that will be, that is what will be ordered. He will have 48 business hours to obtain the mobile alcohol monitoring device that will be maintained as part of his conditions for the pretrial diversion program.
And Judge, that being said, is there any particular one that the court would want?
Miss,
anybody faster than others just to get it done?
Ms. Soto, I'm gonna get Mr. Munoz's phone number. Ms. Soto will contact him as soon as she's finished with docket, and if it's after hours, then it'll be tomorrow.
Okay.
And then she's gonna give him a list of vendors.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, please ask Mr. Munoz for the phone number.
Mr. Muñoz, ¿me da su número de teléfono?
956-777-0772.
Okay, All right, thank you, sir.
Like I said, Judge, he does understand the English language. He can speak a little bit. He's always been more, he's respectfully requested it be in Spanish so he can understand it a little bit better and make sure that he gets.
That's fine. All right, so at this time, the court will grant your request, Mr. Munoz, and we'll place you on the pretrial diversion program for DWI, and we will see you back here on December 1st, 2022. Okay?
Thank you. That's all I have. May I be excused, Judge?
You certainly may, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Munoz, you're excused as well. Okay, let me see how we're gonna do this with the arraignments. One moment. Okay, so we still have a couple of more people that are trying to join. Now, you should be here for an arraignment. However, I am going to take quick announcements in case you haven't been able to get a hold of your client. Some of you may have clients that are being brought in person due to bond violations. Those will be taken up at the end. So if you need to do something else, go ahead and you can excuse yourself and you can come back on. Make sure that you're on mute. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and start with the quick announcements at this time. Mr. Trejo?
Morning or afternoon, Judge. I have number 93, an arraignment, State of Texas versus Maria Luisa Telo Zarazua, cause number CR 21-09857I. And Judge, I've not had contact with my client. I've tried to reach her by telephone. I've left messages, but I have not been able to reach her. I'm not sure if she signed on.
Okay, Maria Zarazua. Okay, when's our next arraignment date? February 24th. Okay, it'll be February 24th at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge. That's all.
And write to her or something.
Yes, Your Honor, I will.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too, Mr. Reyes?
Yes, Judge, I'm here on number 60 and 61.
Okay, CR 20-05111-I, CR 20-05112-I, State of Texas versus Gilberto Medina.
Judge, as I reported at the last hearing, my client was deported according to the wife. I've made attempts to call the cell number, the only number I have, and no response. I've texted, no response. So I'm assuming that he has been deported according to the wife.
Okay. Well, we have been having defendants that have been deported appear via Zoom from Mexico.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
that's if you get in touch with them. So we can try again for February the 24th at 1:30.
I'll do, Judge. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Anything else?
That's it, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Ariste?
Judge, I have two clients. The first one is number 28.
Okay, CR 20-03560-I, Jacqueline Duenes.
Yes, Your Honor, this is the second setting the court has given me. I mailed her 2 letters to 2 different addresses. I called her numerous times at a phone number we were able to locate. I made contact with a bail bondsman 3 times. We've not been able to locate her, Judge.
Okay, we'll just give it at the end of the docket, and if for some reason she hasn't if she doesn't come on, then we'll have to nice-eye her.
Thank
And
you,
then you
Judge.
also
And the
have,
second one, second case, Judge, is numbers 54, 55, and 56.
CR 21-10293-I, CR 21-10292-I, and CR 21-10291-I, State of Texas versus Joel Lopez.
Yes, Your Honor, I did file the waivers of arraignment on all three cases.
Okay. Do you know, when did you file them? Because they're not showing.
Judge,
up
I had
exactly.
filed them 2 days ago, but unfortunately, they didn't accept them because I think we put Roman numerals instead of numbers.
Oh.
You know, and so the clerk's office wouldn't send it to the court. And so we refiled them again today, Judge.
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll make a notation to look for them.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
May I be excused, Your Honor, because I know my client was logged in before I was. I don't see him though.
Okay, and then go ahead and your status date was going to be March 3rd at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay,
May we be excused?
yes, ma'am. Okay.
Judge,
Yes,
I signed a waiver with my attorney,
and what's your name, sir?
Jorge Garcia.
Okay, and hold on, sir. Okay, I'll get to you. We're going in order that I see you on the screen. But if you signed a waiver, we'll check for you whether or not it was accepted, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Be on standby. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, Mr. McPherson?
Judge, I have numbers 2, 3, and 4 on the docket.
Okay, CR 20-02-954-I, CR 20-12300-I, and CR 20-12301-I. State of Texas versus Osvaldo Arellano. Yes, sir.
Judge, I just located my client about 30 minutes ago. He's in California. He doesn't know how to use Zoom. I would have to teach him how to use it. I could also have him sign waivers of arraignment. But anyhow, we would request a reset, and we're willing to either have him appear by Zoom or file waivers.
Okay, I'll give you an opportunity to file those waivers of arraignment. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you the status date of March the 3rd at 9:30.
All right. May I
And
be excused? Oh, I'm sorry.
no, that's fine, sir. I trust you'll get it done.
I'll get the waivers prepared and file them as soon as I can.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, Mr. Maldonado?
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon, sir.
I have number 68 on the court's docket, State versus Jorge Ortiz.
Okay, that's CR 20-05-107-I, and what is your announcement?
Yes, Judge, this is our second setting for arraignment. At the first setting, he did not appear. We've tried calling the phone numbers that were provided to us by Indigent Defense to no avail. We sent him a letter to his last known address, and we've just not had any communication with this defendant, Judge.
Okay, we'll give it to the end of the docket. If not, we'll have to nice-eye him.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have before this honorable court. May be excused.
You certainly may, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Rocio?
Good morning, good afternoon, Your Honor. I am on number 89 on this court's docket, Christopher Noel Vargas.
Okay, CR 20-03-178-I.
Yes, Your Honor, this is actually our second setting for arraignment. We have made every attempt at reaching our client. We do not have a working number for him, and we have sent out correspondence to his address regarding this matter.
Okay. All right, then we'll give it to the end of the docket, and if not, we'll have to issue a nice-eye.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Have a wonderful afternoon.
Likewise. Mr. Capello? You're on mute, sir.
I'm sorry, Judge. I apologize for that. Judge, we have number 26 on the court's criminal docket.
Okay, CR 21-05-418-I, State of Texas versus Melissa De Leon.
Yes, Your Honor. This is our second appearance for arraignment. The reset date from last time was, I'm 11/04/21. She bonded out on a PR bond. The only address that the jail shows for her is a address in Florida, 60661 First Avenue, Brighton, Florida, 34221. We mailed her a letter on October the 14th. The letter was not returned, so I can only assume that she did receive the letter. She has not been in communication with us. We advised her to call us when she received the letter. And Judge, we have heard nothing from her at all. Like I said, she bonded out on a PR bond, and the only information that we got from her jail was a mailing address out of Florida.
Okay. Then she'll have to the end of the docket. If not, we'll call a nice eye on her.
Yes, Judge. I have another one, Judge. However, I appreciate that, Judge. May I address the court on another case, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Judge, there was one that was supposed to have been set for today. I looked on Odyssey. It said reset date was 12/2/21. However, it's not on the court's criminal docket. Our last setting was on 10/25/21. This was Jessica Perez. I know the court's not going to recall because the court has a million cases. This was one of the ones that if she did her anger management class and her husband filed an A&P, the state was going to dismiss. However, Mr. Carlos Ramirez was new on the case. And he was not aware of the agreement that we had with the previous attorney. So it was supposed to have been reset for today. So Mr. Carlos Ramirez could look into that, and it's not on the docket.
Okay, what's the CR number?
I have CR 19-14702-I. Jessica Perez. Judge.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll give you an opportunity to reach out to Mr. Sosa. It was for this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
Yeah,
My apologies.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and recall the nice eye that we issued on her this morning. So.
Okay, Judge, my apologies for that.
That's fine. I'll give you an opportunity to reach out to Mr. Sosa or Mr. Lozano on that. And I'll go ahead and have you come back, and it's going to be for January the 13th at 9:30.
Okay, reset for 113th.
And hopefully by then, if you do get the A&P signed, and that is going to be the agreement, we'll go ahead and put on victim testimony at that time.
Okay, my apologies for that, Judge. I just got one Zoom number and I just assumed it was going to be for my apologies.
That's fine. Okay, anything else?
Nothing further before this honorable court, Judge. May I be excused?
You certainly may, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe I have a similar situation with, I represent Mr. Luis E. Alvarado, CR 21-08734-I. Believe he was set at 9:30 this morning instead of at 1:30. So I believe he is present. It was set for status.
Okay, yeah, statuses are set for the 9:30 docket. Pleas and arraignments are usually on the 1:30 docket, and your client is present?
He should be, Your Honor. I spoke to him this morning.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and recall the nice eye that I issued, and he'll return on January the 13th at 9:30.
Hopefully we'll have a plea by then, Your Honor.
Okay, and if you need to be changed to the plea docket, just let us know.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it. That's all I have, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Osuna?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jose Osuna for the record. We have number 52 on the court's docket, CR 20-02905I, State of Texas versus Austin Liu Allen. This is a carryover from 11-9. We've made efforts to locate Mr. Allen, Your Honor, but have been unsuccessful. I do not anticipate his appearance today.
Okay, and was there a letter sent giving him the new arraignment date of today?
Yes, Your Honor, but we didn't receive any response.
Okay, and it wasn't sent back to you?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, then he'll have to the end of the docket. If not, we'll issue a nice sign.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. We have number 70 on the court's docket, CR 20-04627I, State of Texas versus Joan Francisco Paulino. Identical announcement, Your Honor. We've written and called, but we have received no response.
Okay. Then it'll be the same. He'll have till the end of the docket. If not, a NISI will be issued.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, any other case?
Yes, Your Honor. Finally, we have number 24, State of Texas versus Esteban Coy, CR 20-07668I. Identical announcement, other than the fact that this is actually Mr. Coy's first arraignment setting. I don't see Mr. Coy on. He hasn't responded to our calls or letters.
Okay, were any of the letters returned?
No, Your Honor.
Do you want an opportunity to see if you can reach him to send him the date for February 24th?
Yes, Your Honor. Very often we hear from our clients after the court setting, so there's a chance that we might hear from them.
Okay, I'll give you an opportunity to do that, and we'll have him on the February 24th at 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much. I'll stand by for the arraignment, Dr.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Hernandez?
Hello.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir.
Your Honor, I have number 78, State of Texas versus Cruz Amelia Salinas. And my client is not present.
Okay. And that is CR 20-03495-I. And did you have, you weren't able to contact him for the second time?
Your Honor, it's a female. I was able to contact her on November the 10th. We did have a conversation over the telephone. I notified her of the opportunity to do a waiver of arraignment. She opted for that. I sent her that waiver of arraignment. We've not received it back. I contacted her again yesterday to follow up, and same thing, no response. Sent her notification as well this morning, no response. So if I could just get some time, I know it's a working number. I've spoken to her and texted back and forth with her. So if I could just get some time, maybe I don't have an excuse as to why she's not here, but maybe I can get a hold of her and bring her back and bring her in so she can do this arraignment, Your Honor.
Well, the thing is that this is her second. I carried it over from the last time. And so if she doesn't appear by the end of the docket, I'm gonna NISI her.
Understood.
Okay.
I will make, if I may be temporarily excused, I will make some attempts to contact her and let her know as well.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Espinosa?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. We have number 42 on your docket. Pablo Gonzalez.
CR 21-09041-I. Yes, sir.
Yes, we made several attempts to get a hold of him. He doesn't have a working number. We've also sent letters. They won't return, but we haven't got any calls from him as well.
Okay. Then he'll have to the end of the docket. If not, I'll issue a NISI because this is the second arraignment hearing.
Okay.
All right.
Also, Your Honor, we have number 114 through 117 on your docket.
Okay, one moment.
Jessica Fernandez.
Okay, CR 21-07171-I, CR 21-07170-I, CR 21-06187-I, CR 21-07169-I. And what is your announcement?
Give me the same announcement, Your Honor. Ms. Fernandez does not have a working number, and we have attempted to get a hold of her via mail. We haven't heard back from her.
Okay, then it'll be the same. I know she already has a NISI
Correct.
out of another court, so she'll have one out of this one.
Okay, Your Honor, nothing further. May we be excused?
You certainly may.
Take care.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir.
Judge, and I apologize, I do not have my client's number on Your Honor's docket. I have the cause number and his name, and I'm not sure if he's on Zoom or not. Miguel Hernandez, CR 20-07987I.
Number 45, Judge.
Okay, the docket is attached to the link, so please make sure to have that next time.
Yes, I didn't get the link, Judge. I'm sorry.
You're not on there as attorney of record?
I should be, Judge, but I did not get the link.
What is the email address that you use?
It's all lowercase and it's Gonzalez, GONZALEZ _LAW55@hotmail.com.
I'm sorry, LAW what?
55 hotmail.com.
Okay. On number 45? Okay, and you said Miguel Hernandez. You're not sure if Mr. Hernandez is present?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and have you been able to reach him?
Judge, this is an old case, and if my memory serves me correct, I think I spoke to him maybe a year ago, or I'm not sure, Judge. I know it's an old case. I don't know if I just got reappointed on it or what, but I do have the state has offered a pretrial diversion, and they've sent me the package. I'm just having a little bit of problems locating Mr. Hernandez.
Okay, I'll give you an opportunity. I'll reset you for February the 24th at 1:30. And that way you can have an opportunity to contact him.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you so much.
I'm here.
Okay,
Ma'am,
yes. Okay. All right, Mr. Handy?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Okay, what number?
All right. Well, I have, I'm in for James Elanese for Waylon Everett Nichols. Case number is CR 20-01048I and the other CR 20-01047I.
Hold on. First of all, you're going in and out, so I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Second of all,
I'm sorry.
let's start with the docket number. Okay, so what number are you on the court's docket?
I apologize, Your Honor. I don't have that info. I just have the case numbers right now, Your Honor. I'm in for James Elanese.
Okay. I don't know. Does somebody have what number they are on the docket?
99, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right. So I apologize, Judge Ocaño, but I just wanted to let you know for these two jail cases that there's a pending felony. And so, of course, I just respectfully request for more time until the felony case is taken care of, or at the very least, reset to the felony date. And any consideration would be appreciated. And but I don't mind making this announcement for the record when Mr. Nichols is brought out for this court appearance.
Well,
Judge
hold on.
Ocaño.
Let me see. Deputy, do you have Waylon Nichols there?
Yes, Your Honor, he's on his way.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Nichols, you're here on CR 20-01047-I and CR 20-01048-I. The Public Defender's Office has made an announcement that you are still pending a felony, which is set for what date, Mr. Handy?
Let me check really quick. I don't have that information, Tanya. I apologize.
12:15
right now.
Okay, it's on December the 15th. Tell Mr. Alanis that he needs to give you better information when you're going to step in for him.
All right.
So,
Thank you, Judge.
okay, so then he'll come back. Go ahead and have him come back on December the 16th at 1:30.
Appreciate it, Judge Ocaño, and you have a great day, and maybe excuse before this honorable court.
Yes, sir. Mr. Nichols, we'll see you then, sir, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Arredondo?
Good afternoon, Judge. I have pursued number 107 on your docket, Noefi Marisela Garza.
Okay,
So I spoke to the state, Your Honor. We're going to be filing a motion to suppress on this case.
all right, CR 16-14316-I, and is Ms. Garza present?
She's present on Zoom, Judge.
Okay, no.
yes, I'm here, Judge.
Okay. All right, so you'll be filing a motion to suppress. I'm gonna set a tickler for December the 17th for it to be filed by that date. And make sure that you indicate on your order setting hearing whether it'll be in person or Zoom. If it will be by Zoom, then you need to submit the, attach the waiver of confrontation clause, okay?
It's gonna be in person. Judge.
All right, just make sure you put that on the order setting hearing.
We'll do it.
Okay. All right, Ms. Garza, you're excused.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Likewise. Okay, your next case?
It's number 65 on your docket, Judge. Mauricio Meneses. We filed a waiver of arraignment on this case, Judge.
Okay, and that's on CR 21-10232-I. Let me have them check to see if it's been accepted.
Judge, if I may interject on that, Rodrigo Flores here. I was retained on Mr. Mr. Meneses yesterday. I filed a motion to substitute.
Okay.
Okay.
Wanted to inform the court, and sorry to take it out of turn. I just wanted to inform the court since they called that case.
That's okay, Mr. Flores. Judge, we have no objection to the motion to substitute, Judge.
Okay, so then, Mr. Flores, did you get a copy of that waiver of arraignment?
I did not, Your Honor. I went ahead and filed a motion to substitute counsel yesterday because that was when I got retained on the case, and so it got filed 3:16 p.m. yesterday. So.
Okay, did you file an order granting?
I did, and it has not been signed. It was accepted through the clerk's office. We're just waiting your approval, Judge.
Okay, I'll ask for that to be forwarded to my queue. Once you receive the order granting, you will also need to file a notice of appearance of counsel so that the clerk's office will change Mr. Palacios's name out and put yours in.
Okay, now for purposes of the record, I know Mr. Palacios indicated he had submitted a waiver. Is the court accepting that waiver? I just want to make sure chronologically I know what settings we have.
Okay, I'm gonna check right now if it was accepted.
Your Honor, if I may, it's not showing yet on our computer.
Okay, it's still not showing. So they're working on waivers downstairs right now. So you might want to check tomorrow morning.
Okay, and if as long as it's accepted, then we can deem it as an acceptance on our end. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. We'll file the notice of appearance, Your Honor, and I guess at this point, we'll get new dates.
Yes, it'll be March the 3rd at 9:30.
All right, then, Your Honor. Thank you very much, Your Honor, and that concludes my business. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
May I be excused?
Yes, Mr. Redondo, you may as well.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
Likewise. Ms. Fuentes Aguilar? Ms. Fuentes Aguilar?
I'm here, Judge. Sorry. I have number 47. I was just retained. It's an arraignment.
Okay, that's on CR 21-10606-I, Ramon Ibarra, and I'm showing that your waiver was accepted.
Yes, Your Honor. And we are planning to apply for pretrial diversion.
Okay, your new status date is March the 3rd at 9:30.
Okay. I have nothing further, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you. And I think my client's here, Judge. May he be excused as well?
Yes, he may.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Jonathan Munoz?
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. First, I have number 73 on your docket, CR 21-10124-I, Mauricio Ramos Perez. We've had no communication with the client. We have sent out letters. They were not returned, and he has not contacted our office, and this is set for the first arraignment.
Okay. I can give you another opportunity for February the 24th at 9:30 before I issue a NISI. I'm sorry, 1:30. It'll be at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay. I also have number 113 on your docket. It's a status conference. It's set as a status conference hearing. Juan Ramon Arizmendi, he is logged on as, I believe, Galaxy Moto 7. And for that one, we were just pending felony indictment. And I checked Odyssey, and I do not think one is
all right, CR 21-09566-I. Okay, Mr. Sosa, are you showing that that's still at intake?
Sorry, 1 second, Judge.
You're on mute, Mr. Sosa.
Sorry, Judge. Yes, we're still at intake.
Okay. Okay, now we'll set you for a status on February the 24th at 9:30.
9:30. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay,
And
any more cases?
Your Honor, I do have taking this a little out of turn. It's case 130. It's actually in your in-person violation docket. But my announcement is just that we spoke to Mr. Hector Bustos, who's on a companion case for that. On this docket, it's 130, but on the violation docket, it's number 6.
Yes, Judge, I'm here as well, Judge. I told them I would be taking care of that for them.
Okay, so then you're gonna stay on, Mr. Bustos?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, then we'll take those in-person violations at the end.
All right, and but that concludes my business with the court, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Morales Martinez?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I actually have 3 cases on your docket. The first one is number 11.
Okay, CR 20-3284-I on Angelo Brito.
Your Honor, Mr. Brito, I have not had any contact with him. I have written him at least on 3 occasions asking that he contact my office, and he has not done so, Judge. And
Okay.
I looked earlier, I don't see him on.
I'm sorry, were any of the letters returned?
No, Judge.
Okay, then we'll issue an ISI at the end of the docket.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your next one?
The next one is number 82.
CR 21-09770-I, Adelaido Solis III.
Judge, I did see him earlier on the screen.
Yes,
There he is.
Okay.
Judge, with Mr. Solis, he has, I've had very little contact with him. However, I got a very good recommendation. I believe it was yesterday. And I've not been able to communicate it with him. It will entail him doing certain things and possibly, and not possibly, but getting a dismissal of this charges. So I just like an opportunity to talk to him and let him know what those things are and get him on his way to take care of it.
Okay, did he sign a waiver of arraignment?
No, Judge, he did not sign a waiver. We tried it. That's what we tried to get him to come in, but he couldn't arrange it with his work. And so he did not come in. He needs to, I guess, needs to be arraigned.
Okay, well, if he's gonna be arraigned, then he's gonna have to wait. I'm about to take up those arraignments. If not, since you're already gonna discuss with him that other paperwork, I'll give you an opportunity for him to go into your office, sign the waiver, discuss the paperwork, and I'll go ahead and reset him to February the 24th.
Okay, that would be fine, Judge.
And that'll be at 1:30.
Yes, ma'am.
So Mr. Solis, what's your phone number?
956-360-9114.
Okay, you need to stay in close contact with your attorney, sir, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Anything else?
Not on Mr. Solis. May he be excused, Your Honor.
Yes, he may be excused. Your next case?
The next one I have is number 91, Judge.
CR 20-04555-I, Maria Velasquez.
Your Honor, with Ms. Velasquez, I don't see her on the screen. I didn't see her earlier. I actually represent her on a felony case also, and there's an ISI out for her on that case. She contacted me at the very beginning when I was able to get her a bond reduction so she could get out of jail. And I've not had contact with her since, Judge.
Okay. Well, this is the second arraignment hearing, so if she doesn't show up for whatever reason, then we'll have to give her an ISI at the end of the docket.
Yes, ma'am. Judge, that is all I have. I just had those 3 cases. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Whitaker?
Judge, this is an arraignment. He's there in the whatchamacallit, the Zoom meeting room or waiting room, Judge.
Okay, give me one moment.
I
All
agree. I didn't realize you're set up, so my apologies for the raised hand.
All right, Mr. Oxford?
Judge, I have an arraignment as well as number 46 on the court's docket, State of Texas versus Juan Martinez Ibarra, that's CR 21-11766I. I've been looking over through the people in the room, Judge, and I don't know, I don't see his name on there. There is an individual that could be him, but I'm not certain.
Okay. Let me see. I don't see anybody by that name.
I haven't seen anyone by that name either, Judge. I don't know if maybe he's like on the Moto G7 play, or if maybe he's under someone else's name, because there is an individual that kind of looks like him under Ramiro I. Rodriguez. Kind of looks like him, but I don't think that's him.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it's up to you. You can wait to the end. If he doesn't come on at the end of the docket, then we'll have to issue an eyesight unless you're asking for me. I'll give him a second opportunity for February the 24th.
Judge, I would ask for the February 24th date. I know he was informed as of yesterday that he needed to be on Zoom. I don't know what happened.
Okay, February 24th at 1:30. I'll give you an opportunity to contact him.
At 1:30, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have before this honorable court. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge. Hello.
Okay.
And Judge, honestly, I don't see my client's name in there. Cuauhtemoc Padilla. He's a Spanish speaker. Señor Padilla, si estás aquí, por favor, prende su micrófono para que podamos ver si estás aquí.
No response.
Okay, yeah, he last told me he was in the waiting room, and that's what it did. But the descriptions are terrible. I mean, the communications are horrible with him. But I'll try and work on it, Judge.
Well, I can tell you right now that I don't have anybody in the waiting room. Or at least it's not showing me anybody.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna try and call him or something right now
Okay.
before you call us.
All right. Okay, so Mr. Garcia, you said Jorge Garcia, your name? You can unmute yourself.
Yes,
Okay, who did you say your attorney is?
Rui Alvarez.
Okay, and you signed a waiver of arraignment?
Yes, ma'am. I went today over there too.
Okay, let me check to see. Does anybody see what number he is on the court's docket? Okay. So it's on 34 through 37. It's CR 211922-I, CR 211921-I, CR 200779-I, and CR 204370-I. Okay, so you hired Chuy Alvarez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The waiver hasn't been accepted yet, but I'll go ahead and it seems that Mr. Alvarez may have thought it has been because he hasn't checked into the Zoom. So there's some other papers that Mr. Alvarez also has to file. So we will contact their office, and you're to return on March the 3rd.
March the 3rd?
At 9:30.
9:30. Thank you, Your Honor. Happy to excuse.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
I have court today. I want to know if my lawyer's in.
Julio Selena.
Okay, I have not seen Mr. Salinas.
Judge
yeah.
Patrick Kennedy, I'm here for
Mr.
review.
Okay, Mr. Kennedy is here.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna take you up shortly, ma'am, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, Deputy, who do you still have left there?
Julio Gonzalez and Pedro Huerta. Mr. Huerta, I think he said his attorney is Mr. Bustos.
Okay, Mr. Bustos is present, so one moment.
Yes, please.
Okay, bring up Mr. Huerta, please. That's on CR 21-06530-I, CR 21-12883-I, and CR 21-06531-I, the state of Texas versus Pedro Huerta. Okay.
Judge, I recall, Judge, if you recall, you had granted my client a PR bond and he was released. Subsequently, I believe he picked up new charges. And I believe that we'd like to at least get one more contingency before we negotiate with the state judge.
Okay, so then what these new, because we gave him a PR bond on what?
On the previous charges, Judge.
So this criminal trespass, because the criminal trespass and the evading arrest are back from June.
Yes,
The
Judge.
one from October is the criminal mischief.
That is correct, Judge.
Okay.
I think we'll be able to work all this out, Judge. I'll go speak to him, see if we can at least have some type of agreement in regards to a plea bargain.
All right, because on the criminal mischief, he's already been in there for quite a while.
Yes, Judge, but he wanted to take these to trial, Judge.
Oh.
There was an issue with him entering a plea of guilty, Judge, and I believe he raised constitutional issues and different things of that nature, Judge. So if I could have a little more time to speak to him, Judge, we can resolve it.
Okay, and how much time are you requesting?
I'd ask for no more than a week, Judge.
Oh, okay. What do we have for?
Judge, if I may.
Go ahead.
I actually see his case is reset for January 11th at 1:30.
That's too far out. Okay, Mr. Bustos, we can do the 7th or the 9th?
Let's do the 9th, Judge.
Okay. And that'll be at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge. I'll go and email the state of Texas right now for plea bargain.
Okay. All right, and then we have Julio Alberto Gonzalez as well, Deputy. Mr. Huerta is excused. Mr. Gonzalez, okay. Mr. Eloy Garcia, are you standing in for Ms. Vasquez on this case as well? I think Mr. Garcia.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's on CR 21-13487-I, State of Texas versus Julio Gonzalez. Okay, and this is on an arraignment, is that correct?
I believe it is, Your Honor.
Okay,
Look.
I think, Deputy, is this your last person?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is he English speaking or Spanish speaking?
Spanish.
Okay, let me go ahead and just arraign him so that you can close out the jail pod. Raise your right hand.
Por favor, levanta tu mano derecha.
You swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
¿Sí o no? Sí.
Yes.
Okay, in CR 21-13487-I, State of Texas versus Julio Alberto Gonzalez, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Julio Alberto González, ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero.
Sí.
Yes.
And you're being charged with resisting arrest, search, or transport. That's a Class A misdemeanor that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment, sir, that you can be assessed for the offense of which you are being charged?
Está usted frente a la corte por un cargo de resistir el arresto, búsqueda o transporte, que es un delito menor clase A. Un delito menor clase A tiene una multa potencial de hasta 1 año en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $4,000 por convicción. ¿Entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por el delito que está acusado?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
¿Alguna corte lo ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente? No.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Mr. Gonzalez is competent, Your Honor, and able to assist.
Okay. Then the court will find that Mr. Gonzalez is competent and enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. And at this-
Actually, Your Honor, I believe the plea paperwork was turned in on this case.
okay, Mr. Sosa, are you showing that this is ready for a plea today?
That's correct, Judge. The state's ready to proceed.
Well, this wasn't on my list when I asked you all which was ready for pleas.
88 was on, just let me know of that right now.
That would have been helpful to know before I started doing all the admonishments, and then I could have. Mr. Gonzalez, do you understand that you have a right to an attorney and the right to a trial by jury? You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document. Did you have an opportunity to review that document with your attorney before signing it?
Señor González, tiene usted el derecho a un abogado y el derecho para un juicio por jurado, pero puede renunciar a uno o dos de sus derechos firmando un documento con esta corte. ¿Tuvo usted una oportunidad de revisar esos documentos con su abogado antes de firmar?
Sí.
Yes.
And did you understand when you signed the document that you were waiving your right to a trial by jury?
¿Y entendió usted que cuando firmó esos documentos que estaba renunciando a su derecho de un juicio por jurado?
Sí.
Yes.
Then the court will accept your waiver of a trial by jury. The court, do you understand that if the punishment I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you'll need the court's permission if you decide to file an appeal?
¿Entiende usted que si el castigo que voy a evaluar, si el castigo no excede la recomendación del Estado, usted va a necesitar el permiso de esta corte si usted decide presentar una apelación?
Una apelación, ¿cómo que es apelación? Sí.
¿Entiende usted esos? Yes.
And do you understand that I do not have to accept the state's recommendation?
Y también entiende que la corte no tiene que aceptar la recomendación del Estado.
Sí.
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen, sir?
¿Es usted ciudadano americano? No.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, entering a plea or no contest will result in your deportation, exclusion, or admission from our country and denial of naturalization under U.S. federal law, sir. Understanding this, do you wish to continue with your plea today?
Si usted no es ciudadano americano, entonces esta petición va a resultar en su deportación, expulsión de este país y negación de la naturalización. Sabiendo las consecuencias de su petición, ¿quiere proceder hoy? Yes.
Okay. Then in CR 21-13487-I to the offense of resisting arrest, search, or transport, a Class A misdemeanor, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
En el estado de Texas contra Julio Alberto González por el cargo de resistir el arresto, búsqueda o transporte, ¿cómo se declara culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
¿Se está usted declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll call for state's evidence at this time.
Yes, Judge. State offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification, defendant's right of appeal, State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, and waiver of risks and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would request defense counsel stipulate to venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. Further, state would request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's plea.
Any objections, counselor?
No objections, Your Honor, and so agreed to and stipulated.
There being no objections from defense counsel as to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. In CR 21-13487-I, the state of Texas versus Julio Alberto Gonzalez, it is the judgment of the court that you are guilty as charged. And what's the state's recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, the state respectfully recommends a $100 fine plus court cost plus time served. It's going to be 10 days Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 10 days.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Only, Your Honor, respectfully request the fine and court cost to be waived due to the time spent in jail.
That'll be granted. Okay, good luck to you, Mr. Gonzalez. ¿Más Castañeda?
Buena suerte, González. That's it for us, Judge.
Okay, that should be all for the jail pod then, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Deputy, for your service. Mr. Garza, you had something before we get started with the arraignments?
Yes, Your Honor, I got number 101 and 102. Alberto Mendoza Ruiz. I don't see him on the screen or the listings of anybody that signed on.
Okay, CR 21-11882-I, CR 21-02707-I, Alberto Mendoza Ruiz.
Here.
Oh, very good. Okay, I'll just wait for the arraignment, yeah.
Okay, and we're gonna get started. All right. So Ms. Cruz, why do you have your phone up? Who do you have on FaceTime?
My partner.
Oh, okay. Well, she's welcome to watch us on YouTube as well.
Okay.
All
You're on
right.
YouTube right now too?
Yes, we are on
Right.
YouTube. Okay. So you can always go back and look at it. It's public. But instead of having
Oh my
your
God.
phone like that,
It's that.
yeah, because you're in a court of law. So I can't have you be with your phone and have her
Okay,
FaceTime during the proceedings. But she's welcome to log on to YouTube. She'll look at County Court at Law Number 9 for Judge Patty Ocaña Olivares, and she can see it on YouTube. And it stays there, so if for whatever reason she can't get on right now, you can have her watch later on.
Okay.
All right? Okay. Okay, Mr. Whitaker, did you get a hold of your client or do you want to continue?
Just listen.
Well, I guess, all right. Okay, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna see who's on. Ms. Cantu del Bosque, I saw that you had your hand raised earlier and then you took it down. Did you need something?
Judge, yes, I apologize. It's just that I'm not sure whether my client is on or not. I have number 62 through 64 on the docket.
Okay, let me get the name. Hold on. Okay, that's Jose Melgoza. Is Jose de Jesus Melgoza.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, you need to stop chewing gum.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll wait.
There's your client. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, let me go ahead and see who's here so that we can get started with the arraignments. Okay, and I appreciate everybody's patience. And I'm gonna, Mr. Hernandez, what number are you?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm here on it's number 17, 18, and 19 on your arraignment docket, Matthew Chavez.
Okay, and is Mr. Chavez present?
Yes, Your Honor, he's present on Zoom.
Okay, Mr. Chavez, can you hear me? Matthew Chavez, can you hear me?
I saw him on mute earlier, Judge. I don't know if.
Matthew Chavez?
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, make sure that you stay unmuted, sir, okay? He's having difficulty, Mr. Hernandez.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. We tried to file waivers of arraignment with the court, Your Honor, on these matters, but we were not able to obtain the signatures from the DA's office, so that's why we didn't file it ahead of time.
Okay. Mr. Chavez, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh,
I think
Mr. Hernandez, He's having problems and it's gonna hold it up. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to get those waivers, okay?
Okay, no problem, Your Honor.
And so I'm gonna reset you I'm gonna give you the date of March the 3rd at 9:30 for status. Just
Yes,
make
Your
sure
Honor.
you get those waivers in before then, okay?
We emailed them to the DA's office for their signature, Your Honor, so if they could please just sign them and send them back to us, we can e-file them with the court as soon as possible.
Okay.
We'll get those
Sousa, okay, get that done, please. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You and your client are excused, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, likewise. Okay, Ms. Vargas, you need to start paying attention here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, focus over here, not on your friend over there. All right, Attorney Jaime Hernandez? What number?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Number 78.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the ones that the attorneys are here because I can't arraign anybody that doesn't have an attorney anyway. All right, Cruz Amelia Salinas, she still hasn't logged in.
Correct, Your Honor. And I did reach out to her via telephone and text message, no response.
Okay, so it's up to you if you want to wait or not.
Judge, if I can be excused, that would be great. I think we've given her sufficient time to be present.
Yes, no problem. You have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I do get a hold of her, I'll make sure that we get her arraigned.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
yes,
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
likewise. Okay, Mr. Garza, which one, what number?
101 and 102, Your Honor.
Okay, and I know your client's already here, so.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Ruiz, please make sure that you're unmuted because we're gonna get ready to get started, okay? Okay, and Ms. Cantu del Bosque, what number again?
I have 62 through 64.
Okay, and Mr. Melgoza, make sure that you also are unmuted. Okay, Mr. Osuna, which number?
I have number 72 and number 44. Both these gentlemen are listed under Roberto, and they're both present, Your Honor.
Okay, and number 72.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, make sure that they stay unmuted.
Yes, Your Honor. And I'm sorry, I also have number 94, Your Honor. Mr. Zuniga is on under his own name. Excuse me.
Now, up to this point, are any of these Spanish speakers?
No, Your Honor. They all say that they understand English. And finally, Your Honor, I do have Mr. Wes Banda. I'm calling him and he's telling me that he's on, but I don't see him on. And I don't know that there's any other pseudonyms on. Mr. Banda, can you announce yourself, please?
He was here in person is what my boss was telling me.
Oh, I understand. Yes, Your Honor.
Is he still here? Okay, see if he's here. All right, Mr. Bustos, what other client do you have here? Oh, you have the in-person violation.
Yes, Judge.
That's right. Okay, please be on standby.
No problem, Judge.
Okay, what other attorney do I have here? Mr. Garcia has a standby, has a in-person. Mr. Nitch, what number?
Judge number 80 and 81.
Okay, we're getting ready. So just go ahead and stay unmuted. And let me see, Mr. Bravo, who do you have?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. It's number 131. It's a status on bond violation.
Okay, so yours is in person. Just stand by. Mr. Rodriguez, who do you have?
Judge, I've got number 33 on your arraignment docket.
Okay, that is Albiu Garcia.
That is correct, Your Honor. This is your second chance at arraignment. You have not had any contact with the client. He has not accepted any of the letters that we've sent out, so he's ready.
Okay. And he has until the end of the docket. If not, we'll issue a NISI. We can
No
let
problem.
you know if you'd like.
Not a problem, Judge. Thank you very much.
Okay, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, let me see, Miss Moniz, who do you have?
Good afternoon, Judge. I have Robert Cox. My office had not been in contact with him before today's date, but I do see that he is signed on. He has numbers 20, 21, 22, and 23 on the court's docket.
Okay. Mr. Cox, can you hear me? Robert Cox.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Cox, you need to stay in contact with your attorney.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I already have Mrs. Muniz is not it.
Judge, Patrick Kennedy here. He retained Rubio, Salinas, and I on these cases.
Okay. Well, did anybody let Ms. Muniz know?
They
Where
did
you
not, judge, because I've been waiting here for almost an hour and a half.
Exactly.
Thank you,
I don't
Patrick.
know, I
I'll
know.
send you my bill.
I do know that the DA's office contacted me about a month ago, letting us know that the victim had signed an AMP. So somebody knew that we were representing Mr. Cox.
Well, it wasn't Ms. Muniz, so.
I apologize, Victoria.
You're forgiven, Patrick.
Okay.
Judge, that's all I have, I guess, or I do not have. Can I be excused from the court's docket?
Yes, ma'am, you can be.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. Mr. Ramos, who do you have?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have number 13 for arraignment.
I'm sorry, what number?
Number 13, Judge.
Okay. It's because somebody.
I think it's Ms. Cruz.
Okay, Ms. Cruz, you need to, since you're gonna be unmuted, I don't know what's making noise in your area. Okay.
No, it's not me. I don't have nothing going on. Maybe this fan.
All right, so Mr. Ramos, is your client on, Julio Castillo?
I saw him on here, Judge.
Julio
Yes.
Castillo.
I'm here, Judge.
Okay, make sure you stay unmuted.
I'm also here, Your Honor, on number 120, but that's going to be an affidavit of non-prosecution and victim testimony.
And is the victim on?
She should be, Judge.
Okay. Okay, we'll take that up at the end. Okay, Mr. Puente, who do you have?
I have number 76. He should be locked down.
Okay, number which one? I'm sorry?
76.
Okay.
I also have number 5 and number 6, but I don't believe I saw her present this morning or this afternoon.
Okay, so Ramiro Rodriguez, is he present?
He should be logged in, yes.
Ramiro Rodriguez.
Yes.
Okay, make sure you stay unmuted, sir, okay?
Okay.
All right, and then we have Ms. Palacios Love. Okay, Mr. Jorge Ortegon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I got a bond violation. My client, courtroom, Judge.
Okay, I'll be right with you then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Juan Tijerina. Okay, Mr. Dennis Ramirez.
Your Honor, good afternoon. I have for arraignment number 88, Ashley Marie Vargas.
Okay, and Ms. Vargas is present.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and did I get all the attorneys? Okay.
Judge, I have a few cases this morning, or this afternoon.
Okay, go ahead. Which are the numbers?
Okay, Judge, I have Robert Cox, which we already covered, which is 20, 21, 22, and 23. I have Genevieve Cruz, which is number 25. And
me.
I'm sorry, 28. That's
So,
it.
okay, hold on. So is Ms. Cruz your client or not?
Yes, she is.
Okay, so Mr. Hiller is not on that case anymore.
Correct. We were retained this morning, and we did let Mr. Hiller know.
Okay, did you file a motion? So you still need to file your motions, or did you file them?
It was filed, but I don't think it's been accepted yet.
Okay. Once you
And-
receive the order granting, you also need to file the notice of appearance.
Yes, that was filed as well.
Okay, and which other one?
And then I had number 118 and 119, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Garcia is present. I saw him.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and who else?
And then I had Mr. Delgado, who is number 1 on the bond violation.
Okay, we're gonna take up the bond violations shortly.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Your
Now,
Honor, I also have number 69 for arraignment, although he is a Spanish speaker. I don't know if you want to toss him down or not.
okay, number 69.
Yes, but he is a Spanish speaker, Your Honor.
Okay, that was of everybody that I called besides Mr. Padilla. Do you all have any other client that is a Spanish speaker? Okay, then I'm gonna have Mr. Padilla arraigned right at the end, okay? Just so that she only has to translate once.
Very well, Judge.
All right. Okay. Getting ready. All right. So this is who I have that we're going to arraign right now because their counsel is present. Please pay attention. Julio Castillo, Robert Cox, Jovenice Cruz. Hold on. Robert Gonzalez. Jose Melgoza. Alejandro Ramirez. Ramiro Rodriguez. Jose Fernando San Martin. Ashley Vargas. Joshua Zuniga. Alberto Ruiz. Tomás Garcia, and Mr. Padilla. Did I miss anybody that has counsel present? All right, make sure you stay unmuted. If you do not answer fast enough, I'm going to skip you. Please, I'm sorry, what?
I can get heard. I can see me right.
Okay. Mr. Zuniga, your connection is very poor. Joshua Zuniga?
Yes, ma'am. Let me get closer. Hold on.
Judge, sorry for interrupting.
Yes, sir.
How about now, Judge? Is my connection a little better?
Yes.
Honor, since the court has already seen his face, would the court like for me to call him on speakerphone?
Yes, that's probably better.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Let me give you a minute to do that.
Would that be me, Judge?
Yes, you go ahead and log off, and your attorney's going to call you and put you on speaker, okay? Because I've already seen you.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Can I be excused?
Not excused. Answer the phone.
Judge, do you want Mr.
Oh, okay.
Padilla to open up his mic or?
Hold on, I'm gonna arraign him at the
Yeah,
end.
we'll do him separately. Yes, okay, that's best.
Let me call. Okay. I don't know. Huh?
Mr. Ruiz, the feedback was coming from you. Do you have a fan or something near your phone? Go ahead and unmute.
Yeah.
Okay, it's because whatever you have, if it's an air conditioner or whatever, the feedback's coming from in there. I need you to get into a quiet place.
Okay, hold on.
Judge, sorry for interrupting.
Yes, sir.
My attorney got kicked out of Zoom.
What's your name?
Armando Sandoval.
Who's your attorney?
Robert De La
I
Garza.
back now, Judge. I did sit in that waiting room for a good several minutes, so I was a little worried I wasn't gonna be seen or let back in, but I am back in.
Okay, what number is he?
Well, Judge, I had to say that things come in threes. I did not get a link myself earlier, so I do have, of course, the cause number, but the third one on this list today, I don't have the docket number. I apologize. I wasn't given the link, only an offer from the 88.
What's your client's name?
It is Armando, I believe. Mendoza, I think. Let me see. It just slipped my mind right now.
Armando
Mr. Sandoval. There we go.
Armando Sandoval.
Sandoval. And I guess if we're gonna just go with it on this one, Judge. I did not do a waiver arraignment, but we were given a pretty sweet offer on this one with an ADR to just have it dismissed with a few things. I have discussed that with him, so we just need to get those things done, Judge. One of them does include a defensive driving, which I believe is multiple 1 hour sessions. So he does need a little bit of time to get the things done, but I think we can get those done for the state and then get this one dismissed.
Okay, so he's
but long story short, he does need to be arraigned today, Judge.
He's number 79 on the court's docket. Okay, so
79. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Mr. Sandoval, I included you on the list, and Mr. Ruiz, I still hear the background, sir.
Well, no sé qué será, ma'am. Like, I mean, I don't know what it is. Like, there's nothing like with air.
There. Say it like that.
All right, thank you.
It looks like it's there. Okay. I don't know. All right, if I called your name out, please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes or no, Julio Castillo?
Yes.
Robert Cox?
Yes.
Jovenice Cruz?
Yes.
Tomás Garcia?
Yes.
Roberto Gonzalez?
Yes.
Jose Melgoza?
Yes.
Alejandro Ramirez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ramiro Rodriguez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Armando Sandoval?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jose San Martin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ashley Vargas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Joshua Zuniga?
It's you, Joshua.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alberto Ruiz?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Garcia already got you. All right, lower your hands. In CR 21-10463-I, State of Texas versus Julio Luis Castillo. Sir, you're being charged with assault causing bodily injury of a family member. That's a Class A misdemeanor. In CR 20-07677-I, CR 21-00097-I, CR 20-08390-I, and CR 20-09474-I. Mr. Cox, you're being charged with a second driving while intoxicated, a Class A misdemeanor, and another driving while intoxicated, second, a Class A misdemeanor, assault causing bodily injury, family member, Class A misdemeanor, and a possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. Sir, is that your true and correct name? Robert Cox, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Julio Luis Castillo, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
Jovenice Eileen Cruz, you're being charged with failure to identify, giving false fictitious information, a Class B misdemeanor. Is that your true and correct name?
Yeah, that was my street name, but my name is Jovenice Cruz.
Okay, CR 20-085, CR 20-08539-I. Mr. Garcia, is that your true and correct name? Tomas Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're being charged with criminal mischief of greater than $100, but less than $750. And that's a Class B misdemeanor. In CR 20-08265-I, Roberto Daniel Guardiola Gonzalez. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're being charged with possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-01237-I, CR 21-01236-I, and CR 21-01238-I. Jose de Jesus Melgoza, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with 3 different offenses of violation of bond or protective order, each a Class A misdemeanor. In CR 20-07917-I, Alejandro Galvan Ramirez, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're being charged with possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 21-04954-I, Ramiro Isaiah Rodriguez, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're being charged with possession of controlled substance, penalty group 3, less than 28 grams, that's a Class A misdemeanor. CR 21-10228-I, Armando Martin Sandoval, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're being charged with racing on highway, a Class B misdemeanor. CR 20-07761-I, CR 20-07760-I. Jose Fernando San Martin, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're being charged with possession of controlled substance, penalty group 3, less than 28 grams, a Class A misdemeanor, and also possession of marijuana of greater than 2 ounces, but less than 4 ounces, a Class A misdemeanor. In CR 21-08410-I, Ashley Marie Vargas, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're being charged with possession of controlled substance, penalty group 3, less than 28 grams. That's a Class A misdemeanor, ma'am. CR 21-11884-I, Joshua Zuniga, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're being charged with violation of bond protective order. That's a Class A misdemeanor, sir. CR 21-11882-I, CR 21-02707-I, Alberto Mendoza Ruiz, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor, and possession of controlled substance, penalty group 2A, less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. And that's it. All right. If you are being charged with a Class B misdemeanor that carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. If you're being charged with a Class A misdemeanor, then that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. So, Mr. Castillo, do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Cox, yes or no? Do you understand?
Yes.
Ms. Cruz, yes or no? Ms. Cruz, yes or no? Do you understand? Ms. Cruz, yes, you need to pay attention. Do you understand the range of punishment?
I didn't hear the range of punishment.
Ms. Cruz, you need to pay attention or else I'm going to have you removed. You were charged with a Class B misdemeanor. That offense carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment, ma'am?
Yes.
Mr. Tomas Garcia, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Roberto Gonzalez, did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jose Melgoza, did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alejandro Ramirez, did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ramiro Rodriguez, did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Armando Sandoval, did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jose San Martin, did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ashley Vargas, did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Joshua Zuniga, did you understand? Oh. Ms. Vargas, No, I hadn't. You're also being charged with a possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor, ma'am. I overlooked that.
With what?
You're being charged with possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor, and also a second offense of possession of controlled substance, penalty group 3 of less than 28 grams, a Class A misdemeanor. Okay?
Okay.
Mr. Zuniga, I'm sorry, did you understand, sir?
He had answered yes earlier. Mr. Zuniga, they're asking you again. Please clarify.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Ruiz, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's it. Okay. Now, I need you to, have any of you ever been declared incompetent, crazy, or insane? Mr. Castillo, yes or no?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Ramos, do you find your client to be competent and able to assist you in his own defense? Mr. Ramos, Juan Ramos?
I'm sorry, I was on mute, Judge. Mr. Castillo is competent and he can assist with his defense, Your Honor.
All right, well, at this time, the court will find Mr. Castillo is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. He's to return for a status on March 3rd at 9:30. Okay, Mr. Castillo, you are excused.
Judge, if I may, just state requests, no harmful contact with victim Marcelo Romero.
Okay, Mr. Castillo, you are to have no harmful contact with Marcela Romero.
No problem, but that means I can't have, I'm sorry, Your Honor, to be clear, I can't have contact with her, just no harm, right?
Right, you can have contact, just no harmful contact.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Cox, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Kennedy, do you find that your client is competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Judge, I find Mr. Garcia mentally competent. I find Mr. Cox mentally competent, and I find Ms. Cruz mentally competent.
At this time, the court will find that Mr. Cox is mentally competent, enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf, and will allow the state to make their announcement.
Yes, Judge, for the GWIs, state respectfully requests a mobile alcohol monitoring device as a condition of bond. And for the assault, state respectfully requests no harmful contact with Lindsay Cox.
Okay, Mr. Cox, do you already have an alcohol monitoring device?
Negative.
Okay, you're ordered to get a mobile alcohol monitoring device within 48 business hours. What is your phone number?
956-732-3260.
I'm sorry, you went out. 956 what?
732-3261.
32 what?
61.
Okay. The probation department will contact you at their earliest convenience, sir. You're to return back on March. Actually, I need to have you back sooner to see. Yes. You need to return on January the 13th at 9:30. Make sure you know how to use that device, sir, because if not, it will have you appear in person and you will have to answer to bond violations. Do you understand that? Okay.
Judge, if I make one more announcement on Mr. Cox's office, Lindsay Cox, she's also a client of ours. She called my office this morning, and the DA's office told her to contact me so she could provide testimony on the assault case. I know she called an A&P. I don't know if she's on, Your Honor, but I just want to let the court know that.
Did she file the A&P with the DA's office under the DA form?
My understanding is yes.
Well, Mr. Sosa, can you please check that?
1 second.
I was gonna actually call him. I'll just leave him with that.
Sorry, Judge, my Odyssey's lagging a little bit.
Or if you'd like, Your Honor, we can just come back on the 13th and I'll get with Mr. Sosa.
I think I recall seeing one on file. Yes, it's on file.
I'm not gonna take her testimony right now. You'll have to come back on another, so just come back on January the 13th at 9:30. Make sure that all of that is taken care of, and then we'll have her give her victim testimony at that time, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, and Mr. Cox, you are excused. And who was your, okay, Ms. Cruz? Ms. Cruz, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
I have mental issues, I have documents.
But has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent? You need to answer yes or no verbally.
No.
Okay, Mr. Kennedy, you have already stated that you have found that Ms. Cruz is competent and able to assist you. So I'm going to find that she is competent, enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf, and she's to return on March the 3rd at 9:30.
March the 3rd. March the 3rd at 9:30.
Okay, Ms. Cruz, you are excused.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. God bless.
Which one is your next client?
Thomas Garcia, Your Honor, which I think is 118 and 119.
Okay, so Mr. Garcia has number 39 and 118 and 119. So for number 39, I'm going to ask Mr. Garcia, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
Negative. No, ma'am.
Okay, and your attorney has already stated that he finds that you're competent. I'm going to find that you are competent and enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. And give me a status on the CR 1912630-I on his driving while intoxicated second. What are we doing with that and the possession of marijuana?
You're asking me, Your Honor?
Yes, well, I need somebody to tell me what we're gonna do with those. We're set for statuses on number 118 and 119.
Yes, Judge. I think we actually had court with Mr. Garcia a week or two ago, and he's been up working, but we hadn't touched this case since I think January of 2020. It's been a long time, so we just need to review the case with him when he comes down. We're going to review the discovery with him all at one time once we have it.
Mr. Garcia, when are you coming back into town?
Well, I can go whenever you want me to go because we don't have no days off. Just for Christmas on the 22nd to the 2nd. That's when we have enough.
Okay, then I suggest that you get with your attorney's office when you come down during those days, sir, because I'm not going to let it linger anymore.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Now, Ms. Soto, do you show that he has a device?
Yes, Judge, he obtained his analog device with Lifesaver on November the 8th, and he goes in for his appointment on December the 8th for download.
Okay.
And Judge, we made an offer to dismiss the POM and the criminal mischief pursuant to a plea to 16 months probation on the DWI.
Okay, I'm gonna have him come back for status on January the 13th on all three cases at 9:30.
January what? 16th?
13th.
13th?
At 9:30. What is your phone number, Mr. Garcia?
956-369-1047.
Okay. Make sure you go for download, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you are excused.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Mr. Kennedy, any other case?
No, Your Honor, just the bond violation hearing.
Okay, I'll take you up shortly.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, Roberto Daniel Guardiola Gonzalez, sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Mr. Gonzalez is competent, Your Honor, and has been able to assist.
The court will find that he's competent, enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf, and he's to return on March the 3rd at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll see you then, Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes, ma'am.
You're excused.
Mr. Azuna, we sent you PTD POM paperwork yesterday, just letting you know.
Yeah, we will likely accept that. We will go right back in touch with you.
Thank you, sir.
Give me a moment. Okay, Joshua Zuniga, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am. No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Osuna, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Zuniga is competent and has been able to assist.
The court will find that Mr. Zuniga is competent and will enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf. And he's to return on March 3rd at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
State request, sorry, Judge. State requests no harmful contact with victim Evelyn Herrera.
Okay. If nothing further, you and your client may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Melgoza, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Cantu del Bosque, do you find that your client is competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will find that Mr. Melgoza is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, enters a plea of not guilty on each of the offenses of which he is charged today. And he's to return on March the 3rd at 9:30. What says the state?
They respectfully request that stay away from victim Crystal Bustillo. She's the same victim on all three cases, and I believe defendant has also a felony continuous family violence case against the same victim.
Okay, that'll be granted.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have before this honorable court may be excused.
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alejandro Ramirez, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
And counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Mr. Ramirez is competent, Your Honor, and has been able to assist.
Then the court will find that Mr. Ramirez is competent, enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf, and he's to return on March the 3rd at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. Alejandro, please come to my hallway. Don't leave yet.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other case, Mr. Osuna? I apologize. I missed that one.
Oh, presumably West Banda will be heard with the violations?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ramiro Isaiah Rodriguez, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
And counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense? Mr. Puente?
Yes, he's competent and able to assist.
The court will make a finding that Mr. Rodriguez is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. And at this time, I believe, are you also requesting the NISI to be recalled?
Yes, John.
I grant it. Okay, the NISI will also be recalled at this time. He's to return on March the 3rd at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I excuse?
Yes, you both may be excused. Mr. Sandoval, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane? Armando Sandoval.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense? Mr. De La Garza, Robert De La Garza.
Hold on, I was on mute, sorry. Yes, Judge, I have spoken with him and I do find him competent.
The court will make a finding that Mr. Sandoval is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. He's to return on March the 3rd at 9:30.
Okay, Judge, I do think you'll be able to knock this out pretty quick. Should we just leave that date or is there a way we can come back a little sooner than that? I think if he does what he needs to do, it'll be dismissed. It's not a PTD, so we don't have to worry about that. My mistake.
Yeah, if he's able to do everything and it's dismissed administratively before that date, the DA's office will let us know, and then it'll be taken off the docket. Okay? All right, Mr. Sandoval, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. San Martin, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane, sir?
No, Your Honor.
And counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will make a finding that Mr. San Martin is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and enters a plea of not guilty on each of the counts that he is being charged with today. Mr. Nitsch, please have him come back on March the 3rd at 9:30.
Very good, Judge. May we be excused?
You certainly may, sir. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Vargas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Vargas, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramirez, in speaking with your client, do you find her to be mentally competent and able to assist you in her own defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will make a finding that Ms. Vargas is competent, able to assist her attorney in her own defense, enters a plea of not guilty on each of the charges that she has today, and she's to return on March the 3rd at 9:30. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Vargas, you're excused. And Mr. Ramirez, if nothing further, you are excused.
I'll be on standby, Judge. I have number 124 when you're done.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Ruiz, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Garza, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do, Your Honor.
The court will make a finding that Mr. Ruiz is competent, able to assist the attorney in his own defense, enter the plea of not guilty for each offense that he is charged with today. And I will allow the state to make an announcement.
Yes, Judge, the state requests an alcohol monitoring device.
Okay, is this Mr. Ruiz's second DWI arrest?
No, Judge, it's a traffic stop and it's his first DWI, I believe.
So what is this about a DWI in Jefferson County?
I'm not sure, Judge. One second.
Mr. Garza, has your client ever been charged with another DWI in another county?
My understanding, Judge.
I'm seeing that note now, Judge. That's correct.
Being that in compliance with the statute, Mr. Ruiz, you're to obtain an mobile alcohol monitoring device within 48 business hours. Can I get a phone
Oye, ma'am,
number
pero
for you?
nunca me hicieron. Excuse me, but I never got charged with that WI. They let me go with it for it.
But you had an arrest. So the statute says that if you're arrested for a DWI, then on your second arrest, you have to have an alcohol monitoring device.
Even though I didn't find guilty.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So what is your phone number?
956. Hold on. Look, hold on. Let me get it from another cell phone. Okay, let me get it real quick. I'm gonna get it out.
I was almost done.
Mr. Padilla, ahorita estamos con usted, ¿ok? No los olvidamos, ¿ok? Ahorita estamos con usted.
It's 956 884 3811.
Okay, sir, the probation department will contact you at their earliest convenience because we're still on docket today, and we'll give you a list of providers for which you can get your mobile alcohol monitoring device.
Okay.
Okay, sir, make sure you pay attention as to how you have to do that device, because you will, if you have any violations, I will have you come in person. You're to return on January the 13th at 9:30.
Oh, no, man. So I'm excused already?
Okay, we're gonna do English or Spanish. We can't intertwine because of the docket. I mean, because of the record, okay? Just so that you know for next time. I understand it's very easy because we're on camera and it's like we're having a conversation, but I do have a court reporter and she needs to take the record. So we can't switch back from language to language, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. We'll see you back here on January the 13th at 9:30.
That's gonna be it.
Well, we'll see.
Can we
what
be
happens.
excused, Your Honor? That should be it. Thank
All right. Let's stop it.
Mr. De La Garza, I got your announcement before you were kicked out. I don't know what's going on with your phone, so you're okay. You're on mute. Okay,
I'm muted again. May I be excused, Judge?
yes,
Thank you.
all right. Okay, Mr. Whitaker, let's take up your Spanish speaker. Thank you for your patience, Mr. Whitaker.
Es de qué.
Next time I'll call you first.
There will be lessening and lessening numbers of next times, Judge. I had to decide to turn down the much of the appointment docket. It just I got overwhelmed, and my focus will be more towards those serious felony cases. And given one of the candidates for the DA's office, I mean, it could be that I have a lot of business that's about to come in.
Okay, let me go. Tell us what you really think, Mr. Whitaker. Second thought, don't. Okay, let me go ahead.
Don't worry. For both of the candidates that are presently presented, I've asked each one of them a very public question on their Facebook, and I expect an answer. And if they don't answer me, they'll answer the press or they'll answer at a debate. But they're going to answer.
Okay, so let's have Ms. Castañeda, can you please ask Mr. Padilla if he can hear us? He's on.
Mr. Padilla, ¿nos escucha?
He's on.
Yes. And he's already been instructed that he's to say not guilty, Judge. And I'll add to that, Judge. Actually, what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for him for a copy of his credencial de votar.
Oh, we lost him.
Just left. That's what it says. Anyway, I'm waiting for his credencial de votar. Apparently, it says the date of birth that he supposedly reported to the police, but the police have a different date of birth for him. So it's gonna be fun.
Oh man.
Okay, Judge. I think I'm going to suggest that we reset this and
after you've waited. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Sorry.
If he's not here, I mean,
Yeah.
he lost battery too, Judge. So I mean,
Okay,
that's a
look,
long wait.
Let's do this. Okay, it'll be February the 24th at 1:30. If you get a waiver of arraignment signed for him before then don't worry about it.
Yes, ma'am. And what I'll do is, just so you know, Judge, that is a very interestingly weird defense, but it could be that he has government documents that tell him one date, he has another set of government documents that tell him another date of birth, and you have to make your choice every single time you get stopped by the cops. What date of birth are you going to present? And which one are they going to believe is the correct one? So I'm fascinated to see how this one will be handled.
No, yeah. Okay.
Yes, you can see the problem, right? That's ambiguity, which
And then and then keep that in mind for a topic for a CLE, right?
Well, that's an actual defense, Judge. If the jury comes back with a decision whereby they say, as far as you can put it into the jury charge, if they find that there are two reasonable explanations for the act charged, that is an acquittal, because that is in essence a finding of reasonable doubt. So
right.
I want a case on this in Oklahoma.
Wow, well, that's good. Don't tell Jose Osuna because he'll write a brief on that, right, Jose?
So that's the key. If it's ambiguity, if actual ambiguity means that there must be two different answers that could be true, therefore acquittal.
There you go.
Anyway,
Well,
there you go, Judge. So let's see what we got. But thank you.
We'll see you then.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so, sir, who's the Galaxy A325G? Who's this? What's your name?
Jose Irineo Rodriguez.
Who's your attorney?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, does anybody see him on the docket?
I don't think there's an attorney appointed, Judge.
75, Judge.
What number?
75.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir, you do not have an attorney that was appointed to you? Are you asking for an attorney to be appointed to you?
Yes.
Okay, let me see who's next on the wheel. Mr. Bustos, it's showing that you're on the wheel next. Are you taking appointments? Are you still on the wheel?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Rodriguez, what is your phone number?
It's 956 322 4731.
Okay, someone from Mr. Bustos's office will contact you so that they can have you sign a waiver of arraignment and you can start the attorney-client relationship, okay?
Judge, what's his CR number?
21 10910-I. His name is Jose Irineo, Irineo Rodriguez.
Very well, Judge. We'll go ahead and call him in the next 15 minutes, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, someone will call you from their office shortly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Am I excused?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, look at that attorney's face. That's your attorney.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna get started with the bond violations of the people that are in person. I believe we already, Mr. Efrain Martinez. Efrain Martinez, let me see. Mr. Martinez, if you can hear me, if you can contact your attorney because he is not checked in.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Give me 2 minutes, please. And so we're going to be off the record for 2 minutes and we'll come right back on. Okay, Ms. Flores, are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, we're gonna call CR 21-06292-I. Bailiff, please bring in Leroy Coronado. It's pretty right? Like it comes in. Okay, Ms. Soto, can you give me an updated report on Mr. Coronado? And, oh, wait, for the record, let me go ahead and let his attorney make his announcement. Okay,
Judge, I wasn't able to hear the announcement.
I think you can probably get on that one right there, sorry. Go ahead.
Andres Ramos, standing for Renee Flores, present for Leroy Coronado.
It's okay. All right. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Soto.
Judge, he has his mobile device with safety check. A report dated November the 5th to December the 1st. He had 7 late tests, 8 missed tests, and 2 alcohol readings. The alcohol readings were on November the 21st at 8:14 a.m. He blew a .0362. He did retest again at 8:50 a.m. and it went up to a .0424, and there was no retest done after that, Judge. This is a second violation. He was already admonished before, and he did make the payment in the amount of $200 to the Rainbow Room on November the 29th.
Okay, Mr. Coronado, are you aware that on your device, there's a GPS tracker? Okay, I don't know how we're gonna do this because he needs to also be on the record. Hold on. Let me go ahead and turn this down a little bit. Okay, go ahead, try it. Unmute him.
Hello.
Okay. Are you aware? We might try it. Ms. Flores, what I might have to do is I might actually have to go stand near him to come out on the microphone because you only need to have me come out on it. But this is the first time that we're using this system, so, because I'm borrowing a courtroom, so hold on real quick.
Let me get out of this.
Would you like us to?
I'm gonna do, come as close as you can, please. Ms. Flores, I'm gonna have to have them stand right in front of me, okay?
Okay,
And I'm gonna need for you to tell me if you can hear them.
okay, Judge.
Okay, can you just put your name on the record again, Mr. Ramos, just as his attorney of record, just to,
Andres Ramos for Mr. Leroy Coronado, Your Honor.
can you hear that, Ms. Flores?
It's really low, but I can try it like that. I can hear them, but if I can't, then I'll tell you I cannot hear.
Andres Ramos for Leroy Coronado.
I hear him. It just sounds really low,
Oh, you hear him, okay.
but I hear him.
Well, we're gonna have to do the best that we can because since there's a microphone here that we're not able to control to turn off. So that's what's the problem right now. So, okay, Mr. Coronado, are you aware that there's a GPS device on your mobile?
Yes, I'm fully aware.
Okay, you need to practically yell. You said yes, you're fully aware, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so at the time that you had a positive test, you actually, it's showing that you don't have to say that you were, you weren't, because that would be an admission. It's just showing that you were actually on Main Street in Dallas. Okay, don't say yes or no. I'm just telling you. This is your second violation. The first time I told you, what did I say? I said, I'm going to give you an opportunity. I'm going to allow you to go ahead and see what you can do in proving yourself to the court. And I had you pay a fine. It wasn't pay the fine and then you get to make as many violations as you want. And you actually had 2 positive readings. You had missed test, late test. Let's address the late test and the missed test. Is it something going on with your work schedule?
No, it's not.
Okay. Or if you're having issues with your alarms, if you're just not waking up, you need to change that. Okay.
Yes.
Now, the alcohol violations are serious. Okay, so I need you to stand right there. And I'm taking you into custody. Mr. Damien, put your hands behind your back. Make sure he empties his pockets before.
Mr. Coronado appears does qualify for pretrial diversion. All the documents have been submitted. We are waiting for a response on that. We do realize the seriousness of these violations as they may very well affect his application. He's explained to me that the late violations were in fact what the court stated with him not waking up on time. He did state that a couple of them, at least 2 of them that were counted as misses, were times in which he was about 45 minutes late. Regarding the GPS indication, Judge, I did question about that. I mean, I know where Main Street in Dallas is. I know what that is. And I said, you know what that looks like? He said, I know. I went out with my friends. I didn't drink. I've been changing my life. I'm healthy now. I've been working out. And I told him, I said, well, you look a lot better than you did last time. Physically, he looks very fit. Judge, I don't know what's going on, and I know what it looks like. But we're here before the court, just to throw ourselves at the mercy of the court. We know that if he does indeed get on pretrial diversion, he'll have the monitor there as well, and there will be repercussions with that as well, Judge. And other than that, Judge, I know that he wanted to address the court as well.
With your attorney's permission, you can come forward and that way it can be on the record and you can address the court. Go ahead.
I'm pretty aware of how it looks and everything, but however, I know I'm doing good, and I promise I already stopped. I really have. Every morning I wake up, I go to the gym because I've been trying to fix that. Yeah, at times I wake up late and stuff, but I already have stopped. And
I can't hear him, Judge.
Okay, she can't hear you. It's not going to work. Okay. It's okay. I got the gist of it. Okay. I'm going to have you take a seat right there. Go ahead and call a deputy in for the second set of cuffs, but he can wait right there. All right. Okay, Mr. Bravo, which one was your client?
Is number 131, I believe, on the doc.
Okay, Armando Salceda. Please bring in Armando Salceda. Yeah, he needs to come up to the front. No, to the front. That's on CR 20-07625-I. And Ms. Soto, what is the most recent report on Mr. Salceda?
Judge, he has his mobile device with Safeguard Solutions. Just he has not used his device since November the 8th of 2021. I did speak to him and he advised me that his device is broken. At that time, I did tell him that he should have made contact with Safeguard Solutions to obtain a new device. Also, in his last report, he did have 24 skip tests and 4 late tests.
Okay, you're gonna have to speak up, get closer so that you can speak up. Okay, Mr. Bravo, you're aware that your client has been blocked due to non-payment?
Yes, Your Honor, I am aware of that. I did speak to him and he did indicate also that his device is broken. I did inform him to contact Ms. Soto to make arrangements. Judge, we were informed yesterday of today's hearing. He came down from Dallas where he was working to be present in person today, Judge. I did indicate, I believe he's going to be getting paid tomorrow. So I'm requesting additional time for him to, so he can get to replace the defective device and get a newer one. So you can stop having these the violations.
Where are you working, Mr. Salceda? You have to say it louder.
Dallas, Texas.
But what okay, he said Dallas, Texas, but where are you working? What's the name of the company? So you're a self-contract person? Okay, Mr. Salceda, you don't get to decide that you're not going to use the device anymore, okay? You don't get to decide that you're going to stop paying on it. That's not part of your bond conditions. You're out on that side because you said that you were going to agree to do certain things. And one of those is that you're required to have this alcohol monitoring device. So now that you're here, you're going to go to that location and find out what it is that you need to do. And before you leave back to Dallas, you need to make arrangements to pay that. This is the first time that you've come before me on a violation. Is that correct? Okay, he said yes. Now, I'm going to tell you, you're going to make a donation to the Rainbow Room. That's in the amount of $200. I'm going to give you a little bit more time than I normally do because I know that you're going to have to pay to get this done. So you're going to reinstate this and I'm going to give you 30 days to pay that donation. This is the first and last time that I'm going to give you this warning. Do you understand me? Second time, you're going to find yourself in cuffs and transported. Do you understand that? What is your phone number? 956-862-2077. You need to keep Ms. Soto also updated and let her know that you got the device fixed because I'm going to have her pull a new report. He's going to return on January the 13th at 9:30, Mr. Bravo, as long as he has no violations and has followed the court order.
Your Honor, if I may just briefly, the November the 30th, we were given, I believe the court gave a reset date of January the 11th. I don't know if the court wants to vacate that order and keep that or keep that date.
That's fine. No, January the 11th is fine. At 9:30. Now, at that time, if he's complied with the court's orders, he can appear via Zoom. If he hasn't, he needs to come in person. Make arrangements to be in comfortable clothing. Don't bring anything because you'll be transported. Do you understand that? All right. Anything else?
No, that should do it.
Okay. Good luck to you, Mr. Salceda. Go ahead and remove him. Mr. Garcia, what was the name of the client that yours? Oh, Mr. Tamez, okay. Bring in Claudio Vicente Tamez. Come forward. That's on CR 20-11411-I announcements.
Your Honor, I believe that Mr. Tamez, Lloyd Garcia, Your Honor, standing on behalf of Ms. Alia Vasquez for Mr. Claudio Vicente Tamez, CR-20-11411-I. On this matter, Your Honor, I believe he signed up for a plea. I know there was some bond condition violations that were alleged.
Okay. Let the record reflect that Mr. Tamez has reported in person. Ms. Soto, can I please get a report on his device?
Judge, he has an interlock device with Lifesaver on October the 23rd at 2:54 p.m. He had a high reading of a 0.031. A vehicle was turned on again at 3:43 with a reading of a 0.013. Then on November the 4th at 9:38 a.m., he had a high reading of a 0.052. Vehicle was not turned on again until 3:22 p.m. And then I just received the report for this past month, Judge, and on November the 14th at 3:08 p.m., he had another alcohol reading of a 0.041. Vehicle was not turned on again until 5:47 p.m.
That's 4 alcohol violations.
If I may, Your Honor, in looking at some of those violations, the ones, especially the ones on 1023, where at 2:54 p.m. it was 0.031, and then 40 minutes later it was 0.013. I don't know if that's technical issues with the device that could possibly account for those. It just seems very odd discrepancy in the numbers and the readings regarding those violations, Your Honor. I'm not sure what happened on the other violations that Ms. Soto reported on.
But nonetheless, he still has 4 alcohol readings. Whether, you know, that he shouldn't have any
Correct, Your Honor.
alcohol readings at all.
Correct.
And so the fact that he has that, and that was just a recent download. And you don't have to answer this, but do you feel that you have a problem with alcohol?
No, I just like some at night.
Okay, you need to speak louder. So you're stating that you do drink at night.
Yeah, like I'll have a beer when I get out of work.
Okay, you're not supposed to be drinking at all.
All of them.
So I'm not going to accept his plea at this time, Mr. Garcia. I think you and Ms. Vasquez needs to have a conversation with him as to what the bond modification, the bond conditions really are.
Okay.
And the fact that he's let her know that he's admitted on the record that he does have a few drinks after he gets out of work. He needs to understand that
Yes,
it's
Your Honor.
no alcohol. So I'm going to give him an opportunity to do that. Before I'll entertain a plea, I need another download. When is his next download, Ms. Soto?
Judge, he just went in. Let me see if he gives me a date. It's probably sometime in January, Judge.
Okay. I'm going to have him return on January the 13th at 1:30. He's to make a donation to CASA in the amount of $200. He has 14 days to make that donation.
And when was the reset date, Your Honor?
January 13th at 1:30. And what is your phone number, Mr. Tamez?
956.
956
961
961 0974. This is your first warning in front of me, and it's going to be the last. The next time on that date, if you have more violations of any kind, you'll be in person, dressed comfortably, because you'll be transported from here to county. You're excused. Mr. Garcia, that's all I have for that.
Your Honor, I have just one quick announcement. This was my own case. I don't know, I didn't see it on the docket. Client's name is Ruben Solis. It's a CR-21-00713-I. And I had a notice that it was set for today, although I didn't receive the Zoom information on it. So I wasn't sure if it was on your docket or not. On this matter, Your Honor, he was granted a PTD, but he needed to pay the application fees. And I know he still had trouble getting those together, but I have not had any contact with him since our last hearing. And I was asking for a quick reset so I can try to get him in to take care of those fees. If not, set him up for a regular plea, Your Honor.
Okay, so he's number 121 on the court's docket. That's CR 21-00713-I, State of Texas versus Ruben Navarro Solis. Okay, so then you want me to set him up for the 16th of December?
That'll work, Your Honor.
December 16th at 1:30.
He has a companion case, Your Honor. I believe it's 007112. We can just get both set on that day.
Okay, I'll make a notation of that.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Thank
That
you, sir.
concludes my business, Judge.
All
You have a
right,
good
have
afternoon.
You too. Mr. Bustos?
Yes, Judge, I'm here, Judge.
Okay, the client that you were stepping in was on Martin Salinas III?
Yes, Judge, I believe that Ms. Tanya Ramirez and I both represent this individual in two different cases.
Okay,
They're both
go
in your
ahead
court.
and call in Martin Salinas III. Okay, he is not present, Mr. Bustos?
Well, Judge, I
So-
know he was told to be here, Judge. If the court will allow me to try to get a hold of him and bring him in as soon as possible, Judge, and we'll defer to the court in terms of NICE and the KP's, Judge.
Okay, the NICE will be taken at the end of the docket, and if you get him sooner, let us know.
Very well, Judge. Would you like him to report in person as well? Once I get a hold of him, Judge, given the fact that there's alleged violations and
Contact our office and they will give you a date for him to come in person.
very well, Judge. May I be excused, Judge?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Osuna?
Yes, Your Honor, good afternoon. My name is, I'm sorry, Jose Osuna for the record. We have CR 21-12232I, State of Texas versus West Banda. He's present and ready for arraignment.
Oh, he's in person. That's right. Did you find him? Okay, go ahead and bring him up. What number was he on the court's docket?
He was number 8, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Bond, I'm gonna need for you to speak up very loudly, okay? Just come all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. There you go. Okay. Sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, louder.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, he said yes. Is your true and correct name West Banda?
Yes.
He said yes. You can lower your hand. Mr. Banda, you are being charged with failure to identify or giving false or fictitious information. That's a Class B misdemeanor. A Class B misdemeanor carries a range of punishment of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes.
He answered yes. Mr. Banda, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No.
He said no. Mr. Osuna, do you find that your client is competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Mr. Banda is competent, Your Honor, and has been able to assist.
Okay, then at this time, the court will find that Mr. Banda is competent, will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. And I'll see you back here on March the 3rd at 9:30.
Your Honor, may I instruct my client to come to the 5th floor, please?
Okay, when you go out of here, you're gonna go to the elevators and go up to the 5th floor to the public defender's office. Okay, you're excused. Okay, was that your last client?
Yes, Your Honor. May I be excused, please?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Palacios Love.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I have number 122 on the court's docket. And on the violation docket, it was number 8.
Okay, that's CR 21-09203-I. Can you please bring in David Daniel Bustamante? Okay, come to the front, please. Okay, your client is present, Ms. Palacios Love. Ms. Soto, please give me a report on him.
Judge, he has his mobile device with safety check report dated October the 29th, so November the 29th, he has had 9 late tests and 11 missed tests. I did speak to him and did advise me that at times he forgets his device at home. If you go somewhere, they only have one vehicle, he's unable to get back home. So that was the reason for the missed test.
Okay. Mr. Bustamante, it's not an option whether or not to use this. Do you understand that? He answered yes. Now, this is the first time and the only warning that you're going to get in front of me. Do you understand that? He answered yes. Now I'm going to let you know, if you have problems with the testing window, you need to get with your supervisor, your probation officer. But if it's because of the fact that you leave it, you forget it, that's not acceptable. You need to keep it with you. Because if not, then I'm just going to think that you're disrespecting me and you're disrespecting your attorney. So you need to do your part. If not, the next time that you come on violations, you're going to find yourself going to Hidalgo County Jail. Do you understand that? He answered yes. I'm going to give him an opportunity. This is going to be your first and final warning. What is your phone number? 956-438-6338. You are to also make a donation to CASA in the amount of $200 within the next 14 days. And you can get with the probation department so they can give you the information as to how to make that donation. This is the last time that I'm going to give you this opportunity. Do you understand that? He said yes. Okay, Ms. Palacios, I'm going to have him return on January. Does he already have a date?
Your Honor, I don't know that he had a date. I think this was his date. However, we did apply for PTD that was submitted on 11/29/21.
Okay. Return on January the 13th at 9:30. If he's clear on violations, he can appear via Zoom. If he's not, he'll have to appear in person and we'll get the time to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Likewise, you're excused.
Thanks.
Mr. Kennedy, what's the name of your client?
Judge, my client is Jose Delgado, and I believe he's number 1.
Okay. And please bring in Jose Aldo Delgado.
I'm sorry, Judge. Did you call me?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm patiently waiting, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Come to the front. All the way. All right. That is CR 21-11362-I, CR 20-00574-I, State of Texas versus Jose Aldo Delgado. Announcements. Mr. Kennedy, can you please state your name for the record?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Patrick Kennedy, and together Rubio Salinas represent Mr. Jose Delgado in 2 cases, CR-20-06574-I and CR-21-11362-I.
Okay, that first case number that you gave, that's not the one I have.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's 00574.
Yes, I do have that.
My zero
Okay.
looked like a.
Ms. Soto, can I please have an updated report on Mr. Delgado?
Judge, he has his mobile device for safety check. I ran the report from October the 1st to November the 29th. It indicated he had 38 late tests and 39 missed tests.
So it's not 45 missed tests?
No, Judge, no, Judge, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, so it's 39 missed tests. Okay. Mr. Delgado, do you understand that you have testing windows that you have to test on your alcohol monitoring device? Okay, he said yes. You're gonna have to speak up. We're having issues with that, all right? Now, it's not an option and it's not voluntary. Do you understand that?
Yes.
He said yes. And this is the first and the final time that I'm gonna give you an opportunity to straighten yourself out. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
He said yes. Are you having problems with testing windows?
Just on the last one, from 8 to 10, I'm sorry, from 10 to 12, sometimes I can't stay awake until 10, so I wake up in the middle of the night and take the test either way, you know.
Okay, I'm not sure if my court reporter was able to catch that, but what he is stating is that he has issues with the last testing window because he has problems staying awake. So I'm gonna tell you, get with Ms. Soto, the probation officer, so that your windows can be adjusted. If it's to go to bed earlier, that's fine. But if it's to go to bed later, I don't allow it.
No, it's like when I get out of my job, but sometimes I'm too tired to stay up till 10, and that's when I wake up at 2 a.m. or something, and I do it either way.
So this is gonna, you get with Ms. Soto, and Ms. Soto will work with you on those testing windows. The next time, if you have violations, you're gonna come here, dress in comfortable clothing, because you will be transported to Hidalgo County Jail. Do you understand that? He said he understands. What's your phone number?
956-537-7482.
956-537-7482.
That's right.
You're to make a $200 donation to CASA within 14 days. The probation department will instruct you on how to make that donation. Do you understand?
I understand.
He said yes. Do you have a date for him already, Mr. Kennedy? I don't think we
Yes.
have a setting for him yet, do we?
You gave him, he had court on Tuesday, Judge, and you gave him a reset date at that time, but I don't have that.
January 13th.
January 13th at 9:30. If he has no violations, he can appear via Zoom. If he does, then we'll make arrangements for him to come in person, okay?
Okay.
All right, he's excused. Any other case?
No, Your Honor, that's all today.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Ortegon?
Hello, Judge. I'm right about to pull over, Your Honor. I had to pick up my dogs, but I'm pulling over in the next 30 seconds, Judge. I'm on number 125 on the court's docket, Your Honor, and number 7 on the court's violation docket.
Okay, just let me know when you're ready.
I am officially parked, Your Honor. I apologize for that.
That's okay. Can you bring in Jesus Castro? Right in front of me. CR 1710948-I, State of Texas versus Jesus Orlando Castro. Announcements?
Your Honor, Jorge Ortegon for Mr. Jesus Castro, Your Honor.
Okay, and Ms. Soto?
Judge Judge has his mobile device for safety check report from November the 1st to December the 1st. He had 14 late tests and 23 missed tests. He did have missed tests on the 25th and the 26th. He advised me that he left town and forgot his device at home.
Okay. Mr. Castro, you having that device, it's not voluntary. Do you understand that? You need to speak up.
Yes,
He said yes. Okay, and just to let you know, Mr. Ortegon, we're having issues here in the courtroom that I borrowed, so my court reporter cannot hear them directly. I'm having to have them come all the way to the front, and I'm unfortunately having to say what they say so that we can at least have it on the record.
Absolutely no objection, Your Honor. I've been able to speak to my client.
Okay. So the missed tests and the late tests, are they happening because of your work schedule or you're forgetting?
Sometimes in the morning I forget them and because I can't use work.
Okay, okay, he said that sometimes in the morning he forgets, but do you forget the device or you forget to test? Okay, he's forgetting the device. I'm not going to give you another opportunity. This is the first time that you're in front of me. You cannot forget the device, because if you forget that device, you're going to find yourself in here next time in handcuffs, and you don't want to be forgotten in jail, do you? No, he does not want to be forgotten in jail. So I'm going to tell you, if you have issues with forgetting the device, I don't know what you have to do to make yourself remember that you need the device, but you have to take the device with you. If you have issues with the testing windows, that's different because of your work schedule. Then you have to get with the probation officer and I'll modify the times if you provide a proof of your work schedule, okay? He said yes. Now, you're going to make a $200 donation to CASA. You have 14 days to do it. If you, next time that you come before me, if you do have violations, you are not going to get away with it. You're going to come and dressed in comfortable clothing and be prepared to turn yourself in and be transported to county. Do you understand that? He said yes. Don't forget that device, because forgetting that device is literally throwing your freedom out the window. Do you understand that? He said he understood. What's your phone number? 956-904-1609. Okay, so the probation department will be in contact with you, or you can be in contact with them. However, not today because Ms. Soto is still tied up in court with me. Okay. Now, this is your last opportunity. After this, it's going to be jail. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I'm going to be in communication with Mr. Lozano. I did speak to my client at length this morning, Your Honor, and I do have some things to square away with ADA or one of the ADAs, Judge. So we should be getting this case closed out relatively soon, Your Honor.
Okay, then you are excused to go.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. You have a great day.
Thank you. Likewise. Okay, call in Francisco Bautista. All the way to the front, sir. Mr. Ramirez, this is your client.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, we're on CR 19-15038-I, CR 19-15037-I, State of Texas versus Francisco Bautista Cerda Jr. Announcements? Mr.
Yes, Judge. Sorry about that. Your Honor, Dennis Ramirez on behalf of Mr. Bautista Cerda. We're here for violations. We are here in person. Prior to today's date, we were set for a plea that I've been negotiating, and we were in the process of completing that plea agreement, but this issue came up. So we're presenting ourselves and coming to the mercy of this honorable court.
Okay, and Ms. Soto, what is the updated report, ma'am?
Judge, he has mobile device with safety check. He just did have an alcohol reading, Judge, on November the 22nd at 7:44 a.m. He blew a .0656. There was no retest done after that, Judge.
Okay. Is this the first time that he comes before us?
No, Judge, he has been before. He has been in front of you before. He's also already made a payment to a donation to Mad Judge. I want to say it's maybe the second or third time, Judge.
Okay, so Mr. Bautista, I had already given you an opportunity to be to make the payment, and I told you that time that I was going to give you one more chance. So now that chance is up. Okay, so I need him taken into custody and have him sit over there. Mr. Ramirez, I'm going to be with you shortly.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Ramos, what's the name of your client?
Your Honor, I'm here on number 120. My client's name is Mr. Ricardo Garza.
Okay, we're doing victim testimony, right? Where's the
Yes.
alleged victim?
She's probably going to do a Mr.
Okay, all right. And what is your name, ma'am?
Andrea Garza.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
And we're here on CR 21-06665-I, State of Texas versus Ricardo Manuel Garza. Mr. Sosa, you may proceed.
1 second, Judge. Good afternoon. Can you please state your name for the record, ma'am?
Andrea Nicole Garza.
And what is your relationship to the defendant?
He is my husband.
How long have you two been together?
We've been together for 8 years. No, 10 years, married for 8.
Do you live in the same house?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about what occurred on March 29th, 2021?
Yes, me and Mr. Ricardo were going through some difficulties. I came into the house with some police escorted, and I was getting some stuff from my room, and we were there bickering, arguing in front of the police officers, should I say, and Mr. Ricardo pulled a drawer, and he didn't see that I was there behind him. Oh, I wasn't behind him, I was to the side of him, but the drawer slightly tapped me on my elbow. So that's when the police officers came in. Well, that's when the police officers arrested him. And that's what happened.
I understand. It's been a difficult couple of years for everyone.
Yes.
So were there any violent acts involved? Did he hit you
No.
with his hand, with anything else other than the drawer?
No.
Okay. Is there any history of violence between you two?
No.
Are you concerned about any future violent acts?
No.
Have you filled out an affidavit of non-prosecution with the DA's office?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And did you fill out that affidavit out of your own free will?
Yes, I did.
That's to say that nobody promised you or threatened you in any way to get you to fill that out?
Yeah.
Do you wish to drop charges at this time?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that by dropping charges, that this case cannot be reopened again in the future?
Yes, I do.
However, you do understand that if something else were to happen, you can go ahead and reopen that as another case.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. The state passes a witness.
Thank you.
Ms. Garza, I've known you and Mr. Ricardo Garza for approximately about a year, correct?
Yes.
Yes, and in this time, you and Mr. Garza have lived together as husband and wife?
Yes.
And how many children do you all have?
We have one child and another one on the way.
Yes, so congratulations.
Thank you.
And so you and Mr. Garza have a happy marriage, and you all have had no issues since this incident occurred. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And nobody's pressured you or forced you to enter into?
No, nobody's pressured me to do nothing.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
You're muted, Judge, if you're saying something.
Wow, I wasted all my good English. I said that I'll accept the testimony as testified into the record by Ms. Garza. And is there anything else that Mr. Garza has to complete before this matter is dismissed?
1 second, Judge. I'm not sure. We just need the anger management certificate, Judge.
Okay, how much time does he need to do that, Mr. Ramos?
If you give us 2 weeks, Judge, we can get that done.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll set a tickler for December the 17th to make sure that all the dismissal documents and that certificate has been filed. And because it'll be done administratively. So we don't need to do any other settings.
Thank you so much, Judge. We really appreciate that courtesy.
Okay, thank you for your patience as well. Best of luck to both of you all.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.
Judge, I have one more. I'm actually standing in for Mr. Juan Tijerina, number 2, I believe, on your docket.
Okay, that's on the violation docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, bring in Julio Cesar Salinas. Okay, he did not show up, Mr. Ramos, so we will be issuing a nice eye.
Understood, Judge. I'll pass that along to Mr. Tijerina and advise him.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. May I please be excused?
Yes, and congratulations.
Thank you. I'm definitely in the market for a minivan, so if you know anyone, that's a good deal.
Okay. Well,
Thank
you
you,
take
Judge.
care. Thank you.
Take care.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna recall CR 21-06292-I, State of Texas versus Leroy Coronado. Mr. Coronado, please come forward. How old are you, Leroy?
23.
You're 23 years of age. Okay. I don't have any other choice than to believe what it is that you're going to say, okay? But you could tell me all day long that it's one way, it's your actions that show something else, okay? So I understand that you're saying that you're turning your life around. However, I can't ignore what's in front of me with respect to these alcohol violations, okay? I'm not asking you to admit anything because to do so would be a violation. To force you to answer would be a violation of your constitutional right, which I'm not going to do that, okay? What I'm going to tell you is that if you have the audacity to come in front of me and you're going to look me, this time you and I get to look at each other in the eye, and you're going to tell me that you're going to do better and that what you did is not what I think you did. In other words, that you really didn't drink. Well, at this point, I may look like a fool in taking you at your word. I'm going to give you one final opportunity. Do you understand that? One final opportunity. So whatever it is that you have that may have caused that alcohol, don't do it. Because now it's on you. The actions that happen from here on out, because you're looking at me, it's going to be a testament to your character. It's going to be a testament to your integrity. So if you're looking at me and you're telling me that you didn't do what this test is saying that you did, I wasn't there. I don't have a choice than to believe you. But I'm going to tell you that the next time this comes out, I'm not going to believe you. But that's on you, okay? That's on you. It's not on me. It's on you. And it'll be the last time that I have mercy on you. Because at some point, you have to start becoming responsible for your actions. At some point. I'm going to have you come back on January the 13th at 9:30. If you have no violations, then you can appear via Zoom. And the only reason I'm doing it is because you're a PTD candidate. You're 23 years old. That is one heck of an opportunity. So get with your attorney, try to comply with everything as soon as possible, get your fees paid, get that application in, because I'm not going to give you any more chances. And right now you have an opportunity to get on PTD since you're eligible. And if I arrest you for this violation, you won't be eligible anymore. It's one chance that I'm going to give you. And only because you're eligible for PTD. And although it's not me that would have ruined it, I know that if I really throw the hammer at you, it is going to ruin your chances of getting that PTD approval. But once you're on PTD, if you're placed on it, you still have to abide by using that alcohol monitoring device. So it doesn't go away. Okay, it doesn't go away. Your responsibility is going to be throughout that entire program. So it's still going to be on you, at least until you finish the program. But it's going to be on you. It's not going to be on me. Okay? Mr. Damien, you can go ahead and release him. Mr. Ramos, we'll see him back on January the 13th at 9:30, and we'll let you know if he has any violations at that time. And if he does, then he'll have to be in person, and he will have to dress comfortably because he will go from here to county.
We understand, Your Honor. Thank you so much for your consideration, Judge. Hope to be here in January, put them on PTD and nothing else.
If it's time for placement, let us know, and we'll put him on the docket to get placed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? You're excused. Oh, Mr. Coronado, can I please get a phone number for you? 956 595 3577. All right, good luck to you, sir. Okay, Mr. Ramirez, are you still with me?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Bautista? Okay. Have him come to the front. Okay, Mr. Ramirez, in Mr. Bautista's case, I believe this is his third admonishment, sir. Can you verify that? Can somebody verify for me if this is his third admonishment?
I'm gonna check. I'm also checking. I know there's been once, and you made him pay a fee, Judge.
Judge, I think it is his third admonishment, Judge, because he was admonished back in July, and then when he had him pay, and then this one.
So he had one admonishment, which was a warning. A second admonishment, which was the fee. And now this is the third admonishment.
Correct, Judge.
I know it was it's been several months, Judge, and I know it's just a single violation, but he definitely knew the consequences. He has been in contact with me. I know he had some medical issues that he's been dealing with. He had to go see the doctor for an issue he had on his face, and he did forward that to me this week. But again, I've explained to him how important it is to comply with every single detail and condition of bond. And I've explained if he can't comply with that, probation is obviously going to be an issue. He is not a PTD candidate, Judge. However, we are trying our best to get this case resolved.
Are you working, Mr. Bautista? You work with your dad? Are you responsible for anybody in your home? You have a wife and a child? Does your wife work?
No.
So you're the sole provider in your home? Okay, he's showing me where he was bit by a spider in his head and he got medical attention.
That's what he showed me as well, Your Honor. And he's been very good about keeping in communication with me. With respect to the past violations, he was in contact with me. He told me what they were, the missed tests. Unfortunately, we find ourselves on this issue, Judge. I would ask the court, and I know it's rare and the court does not do this. I'd ask the court for one more opportunity. And perhaps we can come back in a week or at the court's convenience. I know this time of year how busy you are, Judge, and you've been on since this morning, and I respect the court's time, and I don't want to take up any more of it. the court's time that we need it. But perhaps we can sign him up on the plea and perhaps close this case. And I do think that he will be able to comply with the conditions of probation and the bond, Judge.
The only thing that's gonna save you right now is the fact that you're the sole provider in your home. Because if I lock you up right now, nobody's gonna be there to pay or give your wife and your son any kind of income. But that's the only time I'm gonna give you that consideration, sir. So you need to get with Mr. Ramirez and see if you're going to do a plea. And I'm gonna see him back here on December the 16th at 1:30. And I'm gonna set him up for a plea. If it's not ready or you decide to do something different, let us know. But it's gonna be December 16th at 1:30.
We'll get it signed up and we'll get it done, Judge. I have the plea. I will email right now the prosecutor for the plea paperwork.
Okay. Deputy, you can go ahead and release him. Mr. Ramirez, he's being released. And we'll just see what happens between now and December the 16th.
Your Honor, thank you very much for this consideration. I will do my best to close this case, and we'll take care of this. I appreciate the court's leniency, and I know how difficult it is for the court to take this course of action, but I will close it for you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. If nothing further, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge. You have a good evening.
Likewise. Okay, we're going to go through the docket. Okay, what do we have on number 1? Did they report or anything? Or was a waiver filed? Okay, so Mr. Damien, do you have your docket? Okay, number 1 on my side. What's on number 5 and 6? Okay, on number 9 and 10, I did see that I signed an order for substitution, correct?
Your Honor, and Dennis Ramirez, I'm sorry, I came back in when I heard you saying we'll go through the rest of the docket. On number 9 and 10, Stephanie Benavides, Hitesh, and I don't want to chop up his last name. He did agree. There's 4 cases, 2 were set for today for arraignment. He did agree to the substitution. Those orders should be in the court's queue for consideration.
I think I already signed them.
Okay, and Your Honor, she is still in custody in Cameron County. I have a hearing for the bond reconsideration set for December.
She's under Stephanie Benavides and Stephanie Maldonado, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll go ahead
And
and reset her for the arraignment hearing for February the 24th at 1:30.
February 24th, 1:30. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Now may I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right, I have number 11 as a nice sign. Okay, did anybody check in on number 12? On which one?
Number 12.
Oh, number 12, there's a waiver, okay.
14 as well.
14 has a waiver.
15, 16, reset to January 27th.
15, 16 reset to January 27th. Okay, number 26 is a nice sign. Number 27?
January 27th.
Reset to January 27th. Number 28 is a nice sign. Number 29 and 30. Nice sign. 31 is a waiver. 32. Okay, nice sign. Number 33 is a nice sign. Number 38. Nice sign. 41. Waiver.
42, Nysai. 43, Nysai. Number 48, Nysai. 49 and 50, waiver. 51. Now this gentleman, in all honesty and full disclosure, his kept coming in and out. Because I remember that name popping up and popping off. So I'm gonna go
Judge, on that one, on Mr. Leal, I believe he also has another one towards the end. No, I can't remember what number he is. But number 103. So Ms. Nitwitz's office did call right when we started court, and her office said that she was gonna log on just to make the announcement that she didn't represent him, because if this was a motion to revoke and that she no longer represented him and she was not his attorney on the number 51. But that her office said she was gonna log on.
okay, so we'll appoint somebody on number 103. And that same person will be appointed to 51. And then we're gonna reset 51 to February the 24th at 1:30, because I did see him come on and off. It was like if it was, he had a bad connection because it kept kicking him out. All right, number 52 is a nice sign. Number 53, waiver. Number 59, waiver. 66 and 67, waiver. Okay, 68, Nisai, 70, Nisai, and number 71, Nisai, 73. We have a reset to February the 24th at 1:30. Number 74. Waiver. Number 77.
Nothing touches. Notice was returned.
Okay, reset to February the 24th at 1:30. See if we have a better address. Okay, 78, a nice side. 83. Waiver on 83, waiver on 84, 85, and 86. Nice side. 89, nice side. 90, nice side. 91, nice side. 92, waiver. Okay. Mr. Martinez did show up. Mr. Aguilar did not. Go ahead and put that one for, is it February the 10th, right?
Yes.
Okay, you can reset that to February the 10th at 9:30. Oh, no, 1:30 because it's a plea.
Yes.
For right now.
So sorry, I advise if you met with Mr. Sosa. Mr. Sosa was with the defendant was supposed to log on.
He did. Okay, Mr. Sosa, on number 108, the defense attorney says that you were supposed to make an announcement for both of them. Do you is that your understanding?
No, Judge, I'm sorry. For the continuance?
Well, Mr. Aguilar called into the office and let the staff know that you were going to make an announcement on his behalf. And
I let him know that we were in agreement to a continuance, but I didn't know I was We hadn't reached
Okay.
an agreement that we were supposed to, or I was gonna make an announcement, but we're in agreement to have a continuance, Judge.
Okay, we're gonna reset that to February the 10th at 1:30. Okay, and what about 1:10, 1:11, and 1:12?
Judge, I see those set for a plea on 12/9 at 2.
Okay. Number 114 through 117, NICI. Number 128, 129, and 130, NICI. Okay. Mr. Damian, you might have to come to this computer to call the names out.
Ms. Flores, can you hear me from here?
Yes, but speak up a little, please.
Alan Michael Agulo, Alan Agulo, Alan Agulo. Valeria Ariaga, Valeria Ariaga, Valeria Ariaga. Angelo Brito, Angelo Brito, Angelo Brito. Melissa Annette de Leon, Melissa de Leon, Melissa de Leon. Jacqueline Dueñez, Jacqueline Dueñez, Jacqueline Dueñez. Diego Ilicerio, Diego Ilicerio, Diego Ilicerio. Jessica Fernandez, Jessica Fernandez, Jessica Fernandez. Albiu Humberto Garcia, Albiu Garcia, Albiu Garcia. Santiago Saldovar Garcia, Santiago Garcia, Santiago Garcia. Pablo González, Pablo González, Pablo González. Francisco Ángel González, Francisco González, Francisco González. Harold Johnson, Harold Johnson, Harold Johnson. Austin Lou Allen, Austin Allen, Austin Allen. Joan Francisco Palino, Joan Palino, Joan Palino. Brenda Peralta, Brenda Peralta, Brenda Peralta. Cruz Amelia Salinas, Cruz Salinas, Cruz Salinas. Victor Hugo Tejeda, Tejeda. Victor Tejeda, Victor Tejeda. Christopher Noel Vargas, Christopher Vargas, Christopher Vargas. Javier Antonio Vázquez, Javier Vázquez, Javier Vázquez. María Margarita Velázquez, María Velázquez, María Velázquez. Jessica Fernández, Jessica Fernández, Jessica Fernández. Julio César Salinas, Julio Salinas, Julio Salinas. Martín Salinas, Martín Salinas III, Martín Salinas. That's all.
All right, those names being called out 3 times and no response. What says the state?
Yes, Judge, state requests a NICI be granted, a keep is issued, and all bonds forfeited for these no-show defendants.
And that'll be granted. Okay, that concludes this